Hey, it's Russ Payne with Rolling Public Radio. We're playing Unknown Armies, the treasure hunt. In the previous session, the Ska Band, cabal, they kind of...
Things fell apart.
The
center did not hold.
The center did in PSA. Yep. The town of PSA suffered a minor setback.
To be clear, I mean, they sort of got hoisted by their own fourth-class angel-shaped petard.
Yeah, they kind of...
And besides... They know exactly what they did.
They did do that, yeah. They are totally responsible for it.
I mean, it's probably hard to know exactly.
I'm not exactly going to try to take the moral high ground on this one.
Yeah.
But I am going to say that among the other things that the Ska Band did not do was imprison an eldritch entity in the side of a cliff overlooking a town and just hold it there for eons or unknown lengths of time by performing.
It was 100. I mean, since the American town was founded, like it was a couple hundred years.
Okay,
but we don't know how long the folks who were there before.
Oh, they didn't imprison it. That was totally the American settlers.
Well, in that case, hundreds of years in prison.
And they drank raw milk. I bet they were anti-vaxxers too.
Oh yeah, no, totally
anti-vaxxers. Well, then
they were draining energy from the angel in order to make the town healthier and prosper, essentially. So that was it was a kind of
we put a hard stop to that.
It was a whole Wicker Man kind of thing with an angel.
I was feeling a pang or two of guilt before. I think that those are. I don't know about you gentlemen, but I could eat.
I mean, there were a lot of townspeople didn't know about the whole deal and were just happy to live in such a nice town. They had
tacit consent to the governed.
All right. Touche.
How much more do we need to justify our evil actions?
You don't. You've already made your checks.
Didn't we just?
So, yes, Cici, Nate, and Glenn, your next step is to summon a ship or to get the ship, the Proud Mary. You know that it is going to be your lead on it is Fat Mo's Bar, which you have found out is at New Harmony, Indiana, which is not next to the Mississippi River, weirdly enough, because it's in Indiana. So there's a bit of an odd thing there. Tabitha has given you a contact, a person to talk to about this, who has some information but wants something in exchange. She says this person is a snitch who has been casing this place for a while now, and he's kind of a annoying little shit, but he knows his material, and if he'll honor an agreement if you bargain with him. So if you strike some sort of deal, he'll stick up to his end if you stick up to your end.
All right. So he does work a little bit faster than the other plan.
Yeah. So his name is Baller Green. He is a local hip hop producer / DJ / EDM streamer on Twitch. Twitchy?
Okay, so I'm going to need a few more rings and a fur coat.
I mean, you can, yeah.
No, come on, Ross. Yeah. Let's go one better. Let's get with what the kids are into. He's not a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
He's TikTok famous.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, TikTok famous. That's Facebook's or Twitter's streaming thing. No.
Yeah, I think it's its own thing. It was musical.ly, and it got bought out by a Chinese company, as I understand it.
Now I'm thinking of Periscope. That's the unknown one. Sorry, we're doing this on Black Friday, by the way, listeners know. And I am keeping up on 99% off sale. The current thing, and this is Unknown Armies related, because the current thing for sale is a Herbo Dagobert toilet throne. Only $100 for a otherwise $1,000 toilet throne.
That is a rather fancy piece of crap right there.
Hey, take a crap like a Habsburg prince. Ring a bell when you're done. So,
to summon the manservant to clean your chamber pot?
Apparently.
No, to summon the manservant to clean the chamber.
Looks like that predates. Yeah.
Porque no los dos.
That's the guy who has got the absolute shittest job in the kingdom.
Hey. So he's on TikTok. He's on all this. He likes streaming with his fans. He's really into lo-fi hip hop at this point because that's what the kids like these days.
Beats to chill out / study to.
Yeah, beats to chillax and smoke weed to. Is the name of his stream because he's got to be cooler than that. So only half of his music is using uncleared samples. You can either talk to him online or go meet to him. He's currently holed up in an apartment just outside of New Harmony, Indiana. So you have his contact info, and he's waiting to hear from you because you don't know what Tabitha has told him about you.
I think we should make it.
You can also do your own research on New Harmony. You know that Fat Mo's bar is there. The Fat Mo's bar that you need to go to is there.
Are we doing this right away?
No.
Or is this okay?
Well, we'll say this picks up the morning after you're watching the news about PSL burning.
Ooh, because, in an ideal world, I'd love to cool my heels for a little bit. I don't know about you guys. Maybe.
Let some of the heat die down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let some of the wounds close up.
Okay. Yeah.
But we can talk to a dude. I think
we can definitely talk to a dude.
Okay.
But since we've got to go all the way across Illinois and then into Indiana, we could definitely stop by our home base. I can check a couple of my auctions. You can upload another podcast.
Yep.
We can get Glenn another flask.
Well, let's see. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and give me a business magnate check there, Cici. I assume all of you raised your skills up.
I haven't, actually.
I did.
I'm going to make that roll real quick.
I have...
wait, I just rolled one.
Yeah.
All right, so I haven't raised that skill yet, and I am going to use my free flip on that because a 90 is bad, but a 09 is good.
Yeah. I will say you get 2 significant charges from that.
Oh, good.
As it is 2 women coming in, both dumping off wedding dresses they used in Vegas. And don't want to say anything else about it, but you're able to get a good deal. They're eager sellers.
Let's just say it was good that they came in separately.
Yeah. Touche. Good point. So you get 2 significant charges.
I'm not going to ask any questions because I know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I just want to know, was there an Elvis impersonator?
One woman just sighs and and then one woman says, that son of a... Yes, please, can I have my money now? So, yeah.
Absolutely. And just so you know, I haven't... All I'm asking for, if you can give me the name, I can make something happen that will make it worthwhile.
Okay. Of the Elvis impersonator?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
If you want me to do something, I know, look, Mama Legba gave me her card, and she can put a hex on anyone, anywhere, anytime. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a service that I offer for my A1 clients.
Okay. So you're trying to get them, you're trying to upsell them a hex?
Yes.
Okay. Give me another roll on Business Magnate.
Hey, I figure that Tabitha got to make some money too.
Sure.
16.
All right, yeah. You upsell them a couple hexes. Tabitha will definitely appreciate that. Nice. So good job.
I take care of my cabal.
You can also give yourself another minor charge too as you work on your own outfits during in between the 2 sales. So, do you have any injuries, or you fell and
You're the one who needs to know that.
Yeah, I know it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I feel fine. I've got a little bit of stiff arm from all of the driving.
You were injured. I was injured. I don't remember how much.
I remember. I did write that down.
I landed hard on my legs.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is another reason for you to take a look.
Did you have them treated? That's what.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I put on my doctor's outfit I took care of Nate.
Yeah.
I was going to do the same with Glenn, but then we found out that Nate can actually treat wounds. Mm-hmm. And I asked, why have I been dressed as a doctor this entire time if you can do this without magic?
And the answer was, well, I can't do it to myself.
Yeah.
And I look so cute in this.
Yes.
That yeah, of course.
The scrubs really do pop.
So the 2 of you are still both of you are sore. Nothing looks life-threatening or anything like that. So, All right, so that's what you're doing in your downtime. Let's see here. Nate, you can upload a podcast, obviously.
We're actually going to go ahead and queue the next few days.
Okay. Give me a content creator role.
Okay. Yeah, that's not 3.
Okay. You get 3 days.
Okay.
Just mark them up. So you're able to produce them fast.
Shadow charges.
Yeah. I don't think you recorded any significant charges.
Well, I did, but then I had to use them.
Oh, yeah. All right. Fair enough. And then finally, Glenn, you can take your drink from your Civil War flask or your tin cup, sorry.
Yeah, and I'm going to look into Baller Green.
All right. How are you going to do that?
Google.
Yeah. I guess you could use knowledge.
I have no knowledge of the EDM crowd.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll knowledge. It's a pretty straight up kind of thing. I don't think you have any relevant identities.
No, I don't.
If you lived in your town, you could use preacher, but you yeah.
I'm a former minister, of course.
Yeah, you could roll too, but you're podcasting.
Yep.
That's fair.
Okay. You find his YouTube live stream, and it's lo-fi beats to smoke weed and chillax and smoke weed. It's very mellow kind of music. Yeah, it's music.
Sure, why not?
Definitely fits that profile. That's about all you can tell. Yeah.
Oh, man. It's like Ice-T eating a bagel.
TV shows aren't real. But you ate one at SVU.
Wait a minute. Didn't he eat the raisin bagel, which is the worst kind of bagel, according to most bagel aficionados? I mean, they're idiots, because clearly the best kind is the everything bagel.
Well, if he ate it in character, it doesn't count as him actually, the person eating it. So.
Okay, so it was a stage bagel.
It was a stage
It was a fake bagel.
So
what you're saying is that bagel was actually, in fact, a biscuit.
I mean, we can't know.
Who can say?
Who could say those Hollywood prop masters?
Right.
They're so skilled. It could have been tofu. So
we have our next mission.
Tofu. You can do one. You can try one other thing, since those two are spending all day working, catching up.
We can't just drink our charges in opposite of a way.
Yeah.
Preposition.
It just has a permanent skill penalty to everything, because
pretty much.
Yeah. And like shaving 10 years off his life, but that's at the back end.
Well, and I have to recharge because I actually sobered up last session.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which was scary.
Yep. Well, maybe don't get captured by a cult next time.
That's good.
I'll try.
Yeah.
So, do you want to do anything else there, Glenn?
But the milk bomb was so much fun.
The milk, yeah, it was.
Cannonball!
Is there anything else you want to do? I mean, you could just get drunk and I'll give you 2 minor charges. You can just get plastered and I'll give you 2 more minor charges.
Sure.
All right. You just get plastered. So that's the next day. At some point, one of you goes over to Tabitha and she gives you the lead on Baller Green.
And by the way, did a rather angry young woman come in and ask you about...
She did. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's always appreciated.
Always. And by the way, I am going to need a couple more of your Mama Legba cards. I think I gave...
I'm running low myself, but sure.
Okay.
I'll do what I can. The next day comes. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm going to get the contact information for this young man.
You have it, Baller Green. Yeah.
And what can you tell me about him? How should I approach him? What should I be wearing?
He's young. He knows a little bit about the occult underground, but not a whole lot. He knows something weird's going on in New Harmony, and he's looking for a payday, either in money or fame. Fame to raise his online profile so he can get more money, or money because it's money. He is...
money. It does make the world go round.
He is right. He is stupid and clever at the same time. If you've met people like that before. So...
Met him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I can tell. I mean, I can't understand half of what he says.
I think I'm going to be in the exact same boat on that. And speaking of boats, you do believe that he's going to lead us to...
He knows about the town, the area. There's something going on at New Harmony, and that's where the bar is. I think it's actually not technically a town, but there's buildings set up there. He sent me photos. It looks like an old town. It's really weird. But there is a bar there called Fat Mo's, and my divinations have said that that's the one.
Well, your tea leaves have never been wrong before.
No. So I don't know what the deal is. You can go in blind. You can do your own research. You could ignore Bala Green, but Bala Green reached out. As soon as I started looking at a New Harmony, he was basically he was there in the area, and I reached out to him, and he was very eager to help out because he thinks we're all members of the Illuminati or something, and we're all
and that we all get along with each other very famously because birds of a feather,
or that we're all rich and powerful, and that we can, if he helps us, we can reward him.
Well, we can. Maybe not the way he thinks, but we can definitely reward him.
Well, yeah, you can, do what you want, but it's somewhere there. But I don't know what the deal with that town is. I don't recommend just driving in there, straight in there without knowing what's going on about it. I don't even know if you can because it's on actually private property, and so it's not a registered town, but it's built up like a town. So like someone built an fake town in the middle of nowhere in Indiana.
Well, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to see what Nate can dig up because he knows more about that web dark thing.
Okay. I don't know. Yep. So, Nate, what do you want to do?
I will also try to Google search Ballard Green, but
Sure.
in a, I don't know, more young person Google kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, darling, would you care to take a look into New Harmony, the town?
Why, certainly.
Because you can make that computer dance. Whereas all I can do is put on a pocket protector, a pair of glasses taped in the middle, and hope for the best.
Yeah, see, the problem is the archetype you're going for there. What you want is a gray hoodie and a gray sweatshirt.
I would never be caught dead in that.
But it's
the sacrifices
if
we
you
make.
want to look like that person. Oh, and some Beats headphones.
Yeah.
I could put those things on.
Yes.
Or I could say, Nate, darling.
I'm sorry. I just, I'm happy to do this for you. I don't know what I thought. I take it all back.
All right.
All right. New
A
Harmony.
week ago, you put on a 1950 cartoon burglar's outfit.
Yeah.
13 out of 44 on content creator.
Okay, which topic were you researching?
New Harmony.
New Harmony. Okay. You come up with actually Craigslist casting calls. Extras wanted for media production. Come to this area. Look for the sign that says "Welcome to New Harmony." Bring in headshots, and then you find scattered social media references to shooting in this crazy. They built a whole town in here. They have cameras set up everywhere. You have to live the role. So from initial, so with that, you can figure out that there's some sort of elaborate, obviously very expensive production going on, where they built a fake town and are filming some sort of production there, and extras just go there and pretend maybe it's a reality show, maybe it's a movie, maybe it's both. You're not sure. You also find references. New Harmony, Indiana, was a utopian community made by a guy Robert Owens in the 19th century in Indiana. It fell apart because they lacked organizational skills and
could it be Satan?
So
it would be safe to say that any utopia could be.
Well,
you can actually Google this New Harmony Utopia to read the whole thing, but it's an actual thing. They actually tried to build a whole utopian community, and it failed. And apparently this media production is somehow invoking that. You don't know if it's a strict historical thing or not. There's references to being in costume when you're on set, and, that they have security to keep out outsiders from leaking photos or things. Yeah, so that's what you know from a cursory Google search of these topics.
Now, what was the year that the actual New Harmony happened?
It was like the later half, post-Civil War, 19th century.
So, Second Great Awakening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awakening, that's the word I was trying to think
Yeah,
of.
I mean, it wasn't just 1 year. It took a couple of years for it to fall apart.
Oh, it's a damn good thing I've got my tape measure. Nate, darling, I'm going to need you to stand up.
Well, this is assuming that they're actually doing strict historical thing. It might be some sort of revisionist. Maybe it's some sort of fantasy or post-apocalyptic interpretation of it. You don't know.
It could be a lot of things.
It could be a lot of things.
It could indeed be a lot of things. But while you're finding out which of those things it is, I'm going to need your measurements because somebody is going to be costuming the three of us, and somebody is going to be researching what costume I need to make.
That's fair. I'm just a little curious. I could have swore you had my measurements on file.
Oh, I do, but things have changed since last week. I think you might have gotten shorter on us. I just need to make sure they're still the same.
Okay.
It's still the same. The measurements are still the same.
Okay, and how are your ankles doing? Do we need to put extra bracing in?
That'd be great, actually.
All
A
right.
little bit of extra support in the right places.
All right. Glenn, do you want to do another search? Try another attempt?
I'm doing squats, okay?
Let's see, we've looked into Baller, we've looked into the town.
Well, you tried to look at the baller.
Yeah.
You failed. You can try again because it's a new day. You also get another significant charge because it's another day.
All right.
I kind of want to look into the production, see if I can find out more detail about what kind of picture they're making.
You don't have. That's all you get from your cursory thing. You don't know that you do not get a production company name. You don't get a name of a director or a producer or anybody involved. It's just Craigslist ads that are looking for extras, and then a couple of these extras posting on social media about it and posting furtive photos of some. It looks like a 19th century town. There's also some sort of very large building that you again can Google. It's looks like some sort of town hall kind of thing.
All right, I'll look into Baller.
Almost like a 19th century archaeology town in a building.
So, Nate, can you do that thing where you check the Google satellite imagery and then zoom and enhance?
I mean, I can try, but it's going to have a lot to do with whether they've made a pass over there.
I'll use my freebie to flip it. That's
Okay. So that's a success?
yes.
Okay. What do you want to know? Okay, yeah, you'll get to do that in a second.
Yeah, it's cool.
So yeah, Glenn, what do you want to know about Baller Green?
What's his role in all of this, and what's a good way to, I guess, impress him?
Baller
What's he
Green.
looking for? Besides money.
Money and fame, obviously. He is Baller Green. You find out his online profile. You find out one. He mentions being a production assistant on the set of New Haven. New Harmony. Sorry, yeah. New Harmony. He has a full-time job on there, and he knows people on the set. So he streams as a producer. He has a SoundCloud. Be sure to click on that, like, comment, and subscribe. He streams on everything. He basically is, just someone trying to make a name for themselves. But he also is interested in cryptids, urban exploration, ghost sightings, UFOs. Basically everything occult and weird. So there's photos of him standing in front of the Mothman statue. He is, but he also references the invisible clergy and 333 a lot. So he must have heard a couple of things about what's really going on. But he just, yes, this is Baller Green. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yes.
Oh boy. Baller, green, Bal, Gren.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's totally original character.
Totally original.
So,
I'm going to award him a steel donut.
well, so what do you want to do?
Well, I think I know what I'm going to bring.
Nope.
That would land.
Oh, no.
Original character, donut steel.
I got what you were saying.
All right. So that's Baller Green in a nutshell. He seems very transparent and shallow, but he knows a little bit about the occult and is clearly somehow Tabitha found out about him working on the set, contacted him, hinted about more supernatural stuff, and that there'd be big payout, and he is very interested in that.
So easy to get what we want as long as we promise him what he wants.
Right. I mean, Cici, you always wanted to be a producer, right?
I always did want to be a producer and see my name in lights.
Now it's a disco ball. A $750 disco ball for $749.
Nice.
So, buy it.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Hang it from your ceiling fan.
That would be pretty. It would be like right here at this point.
Exactly.
Directly above
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, directly above Mike.
You know what that means? We'll be able to play us some games.
So anyway, yeah, he'd be happy to help you. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can get me the right pictures for the costume, whatever kind of pictures, I can do Victorian to steampunk easy enough. I've got enough extra things to throw on and bits and bobs and extra cloth to hang down in the right places.
Well, Baller Green will definitely know what the costumes look like.
Mm-hmm. So really, we just need to focus more on appealing to him.
Yeah, I mean, you do know where they're being casting for extras, so you could just not do that and just go straight to that, or you could
And we got some of these prolo shots, so...
of the buildings. You don't have anything of people in costume.
People.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go there. Let's talk to Baller.
Okay.
And when we talk to Baller, I will try to impress him with this actual, genuine imitation Sasquatch fur, which is going to be the perfect accent for that coat that he keeps wearing.
All right.
Okay.
So
We
I
can go that
will,
route, yeah.
All right. So the three of you drive up you make contact with him.
Mhm.
What is your pitch to him initially?
Tabitha sent us. We want to meet.
Oh.
Let's talk.
All right. He directs you to a Waffle House.
Okay. Yep.
I get off my shift at midnight. Yes. It'll be really good. Yes.
All right. So we're going to go in at 11:45. I'm going to get scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked.
Okay.
And how about your hash browns?
That's a good question. I don't know how I want those.
So you get in there at 11:45. The waitress there, serves you coffee without asking, and takes your orders and says, you haven't seen a horse out there, right? With a really long neck.
So,
Not
giraffe?
lately.
Okay. If you see a horse and you can't see anything but its neck and its head, you tell me.
I'm going to make a secrets roll on that.
Okay.
You have
Is
my
she
word.
All right.
higher than a kite, or is she talking about an actual cryptid?
Waffle House, porque no los dos.
That's a 16 on the roll.
She doesn't seem high.
Wow, somebody get her a medal. Working graveyard at Waffle House? It's so
She seems a little drunk, though. I mean,
okay.
yeah. She seems really convinced by this.
Okay. So tell me about this horse. What color was it the last time you saw
Can't.
it?
I'll take your order. She scurries away.
as far as one can scurry away in a Waffle House.
The pecan waffle, please.
About 2 yards.
The pecan.
All right.
And again, scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked.
The cook with the headphones on gives you a thumbs up without looking at you.
Do I have any smoking idea of what she was talking about?
Yeah, you two can roll secrets as well.
Okay.
Nope.
Don't think that's worth flipping.
Okay.
So, according to what I know of the ancient Greek, that could be a katolopos, which has been described as a horse with a really long neck. Or it could be...
Fucking Pliny.
There's a couple of other cryptids in the area. Technically.
All right.
Although this is a little bit far north for the one.
Yeah.
And the other one wouldn't be something that would scare her as much because it's one of the kinder cryptids. It just tends to disappear and blend into the forest, and it tends to treat lost children well.
And this is what you're talking about when a young man in a all-white tracksuit and white sneakers and several gold chains.
Are they Yeezys?
Yes, of course. And he has Beats headphones. Actually, a tracksuit and a hoodie. Somehow he's making that work. It's a tracksuit with a hood on, so it's custom made.
I'm just going to look right at Nate for a moment and slip him a $5 because he called that one so well.
Yes.
Ballard,
Yeah.
it's your boy Nate.
Yo, Nate.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, please hold for Cici DeMille.
Cici.
Hold. Mr. DeMille, we'll see you now.
And come on in.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yo.
And
And your boy.
you got to be strolling through the glen.
Yeah. Oh, your boy. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes.
Indeed.
So
Quite.
Cheers.
This is an extremely white person, by the way. Just to be clear.
I'm absolutely certain of that.
Yeah. So, this is the perfect place to meet. Don't worry. Everybody here is totally crazy. No one will believe anybody if even they said
We're
So,
all crazy here, aren't we?
no.
I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, can I interest you in this? It's a damn good thing I brought the albino. Would you like some genuine fur accent for that tracksuit?
Yeah, that's not real fur, though, right? That's fake, right?
Oh, no. It's
I can't have any dead animals on me.
It's
That's wrong. Yo, I'll have a burger. Yeah.
Genuine imitation Yeti.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeti like my microphone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or like the abominable snowman.
Yes. This horrible little goblin person is there. So, what do you all want?
Well, actually, it's more, what do you want that we can do for you?
Well, the more you want, the more. Well, there's a lot of things I want, but it depends on how much you're willing to pay. I can get you jobs easy if you want to go undercover, spy on the competition, peep them.
We definitely.
You want to eat that script, find out what they're working on, so you Hollywood types can go, make it before he does, because he's been doing this over a year, man. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I kind of want to get a feel for his aesthetic.
Yeah, my boy Max, man, he got a very particular aesthetic.
Now, are we talking a kinetic aesthetic?
No, he's one of them, avatar types. He's trying to do a ritual. Yeah, yeah. He's like that, that avatar thing. Yeah.
Like James Cameron?
Yeah. He's trying to make his movie real or something with magic. Yeah, like avatars do.
Yeah, that's something that they have been known to talk about. What kind of movie are we talking? Is this
it's all of them.
Historical?
It's all of them. He's trying to make all the movies at this one place. He thinks if he gets everybody together and makes them act out stuff, that they'll just spontaneously do magic. Yeah.
Okay.
My boy Maximilian Inslee, he is super rich and he's got all the money of God, but he's trying very particular to do this thing. And I think he's So
I think we should invade his extras. What do you think, Nate?
Sounds pretty legit. Glenn?
I've always wanted to try the stage.
Yeah, all right. So if you want that, I will take money, of course, through Dogecoin. Gotta stay one step ahead of the tax man.
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, we happen to have
or if you can give me a record deal with the Hop Chill records, I'd be happy to help out.
Just, to see the whole pricing sheet, if you would. What would a script leak take?
Oh, you just want the script? He quotes your price in Dogecoins, like 0.73 or something like that. And he says, get me 5,000 followers on Twitter. Not just bots, actual people. So, you got to the best way to do that is make a viral tweet or give me the idea for a viral tweet, and then I'll use it. You'll be my ghost viral tweeters. Ghost tweeters. Yeah. That's a new song name. Ghost tweeter.
Oh no. Ghost tweet.
No. I already did ghost tweet. Ghost tweeter was different. It's going to be about writing tweets for celebrities and having genius that goes unrecognized.
Hashtag influencer.
Hashtag celebriality.
I'm a hashtag nano influencer. I'm trying to get up to micro. And then there's no prefix. And then we get
macro.
Yeah, kilo. Yeah. Kilo, that's living life.
Oh, no. Don't ever stop your dreams at kilo. Get your dreams to macro, boy.
Ooh, yeah.
You're not shooting high enough. I think you should aim for the stars, because if you miss, you're still shooting for the moon.
Yeah, yeet all the way to the stars. Yeet my name all the way to the stars.
And the easiest way to be a star is to be among them.
Yeah, he stands up and starts doing the Fortnite dance.
Which one?
The default one, the one they ripped off from Scrubs.
Okay. I was about to say, I know that there's a couple of different ones out there. There's the floss. There's the clean.
No, he does the default one. He can't afford to buy. He's using default stuff when he plays when he streams Fortnite. Yeah. Okay. He gives you little crumpled pieces of paper. Those are coupon codes for his Bandcamp album.
Cool.
Be sure to tweet, like, and subscribe. Well, you can't subscribe to Bandcamp, but no, you can follow me on Bandcamp. Yeah, and SoundCloud, and TikTok, and Twitter, and Instagram, and Snapchat.
What about iTunes?
I'm on iTunes. I mean,
because you've got to have some followers that are on the older side.
Yeah.
Just because people are a little bit older than you doesn't mean that you can't still appeal to them in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us
so you can easily pay. I'll say your liquid funds would let you pay to be to have both. Yeah, you can do that, but they'll tie up your liquid money for the session. If you want to, basically, if you want to avoid money, you need to do something to make it more famous on the internet. So he suggests coming up with an idea to be viral for something, and then a stupid stunt, a challenge.
Got a bit of a plan.
Yeah.
What if you could go viral for telling a poor college student that her grandfather has left her a large sum of money?
So you got to stop and go to Alaska to do that?
Right. Forgot about that. Shit.
Well, you could do it as a prank and lie to college students about that. That would require
just some humanity.
Yeah, some self, actually.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting pretty hardened on self.
I'm at 3 myself.
As of the last session,
I'm not going to tell you what it's going to test if you actually convince college students that they have an inheritance coming and then tell them that it's not going to.
I would say that hurts my soul.
Yeah. Can't we come up with a better prank than that? Get somebody internet famous.
Well, you actually do have another lead. You could ask him about Longhorse. He might know about that.
Actually, first off...
do we have to talk to this creature further?
No. You talk to him about Longhorse, and I'm going to check my kit bag and see if we've got the things necessary to come up with the next big challenge.
There you go.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I think the big one right now is the tumbleweed, where someone declaims the tumbleweed challenge to you. You strike a Western pose and then get down on the ground and roll away. So use that as your inspiration.
As long as it's either dangerous or makes you look stupid and it's weird, or unusual, it would qualify.
Pick 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
For bonus points, all 3.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Tumbleweed off a cliff. That would definitely go viral.
Oh, no. I've got this one.
Okay.
Okay, so the next the next challenge that all of the kids are going to be into is going to be called Sriracha Haiku. Basically, what you have to do is take your shirt off and write a haiku in actual kanji with sriracha sauce and manage to get all the way through the entire haiku in kanji before you start burning enough that you have to wash the sriracha off.
That doesn't sound horrible.
Well, it's going to be burning because you've got to get the strokes right. Because if you write the wrong kanji, you're going to have to wipe it out and start all over again. So this one teaches you have to have the right language skill and...
I mean, in the real world, I don't know if does sriracha burn the skin? I guess
no. It's not that. Like if you tell Baller Green that, it's like, oh, you almost there. I got some real hot sauce though from my days doing chicken wing challenges. So we get some of those 100K or up capsicum ones.
But here's the problem: not everybody has that. If people have to go out of their way, right? Why did the ice bucket challenge work? Everybody got ice. Everybody got a bucket. You know what else everybody can get? Bengay
jalapenos. Oh, Bengay. Ooh. The Bengay jalapeno.
Oh, Bengay jalapeno challenge. Yeah.
That sounds like something I don't want to see on Urban Dictionary.
Get it on my chest.
Yes.
All right.
Do that.
Yeah. So
whatever you just said.
Yep.
Do that.
No, you got to help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So here's the thing. Like he can only talk. He's going to be the one you rub it on, but his pain threshold is only so high, and one person's got to film it. Or like content creator, you can roll that to make it a really stylish, well-produced little viral clip. But then someone's got to actually write it, and it's actually got to look like it actually has to look like kanji. I mean, so it has to. So,
what I mean,
yeah.
Are you telling me you don't have a maybe slightly regrettable but nonetheless appropriate costume?
Yeah, samurai outfit. Yeah, would definitely samurai robe.
I can do this.
Yeah. If you want to spend a minor charge, so you set it up. You go to his apartment. Yo, it's 3 a.m. You're going to eat some pancake and jalapenos on my chest for the jalapeno Bengay challenge. What kind of haiku are you eating on me? Yes.
The stars are the map of the heavens. A man without scars is an unwritten book.
Oh, that's dope. That's my next album title.
Emoji horn.
Yep.
He just yells it out loud because he doesn't know how to edit in sound effects.
That's true. Ironically, I am adding MLG air horns for the latest mixes. But
wow, moment of silence.
I know it's the 400th beer. I had to be special. But anyways, yeah, give me the Vestomancer roll to see how well you can imitate.
Yeah, I can't flip that.
Is that a fail?
That's a fail.
Okay. Mojo's not coming. He's like, but he's really confident about you. He doesn't know that you failed. So,
can it just be that like the kanji are technically accurate kanji, but I don't know what like they've got to be dirty haikus. Yeah.
I mean, you could pull up you can basically, it's not going to be calligraphy, but you can Google existing haiku in Japanese and just picture, look at the picture, look at the symbols and draw them on the text. You're not going to be as fast. So what would you use for drawing?
There's a dirty haiku Twitter channel.
Yeah. I would let you use probably Notice to see if you can draw the pattern correctly.
Yes.
That's also a no. Can you flip that? Do you want to flip that?
I cannot flip that.
All right. It smears it. By the time he's like, oh, eat it off me.
You should have taken your nipple rings out first.
I can't. They're well, you shouldn't have painted on my nips.
Your nips are in the way of the hikes.
Well, you should have picked a different haiku. Not make the symbols so big, man. No.
Well, that's part of the challenge.
All right. So that's not going to work.
That's taking it like a chance.
Actually, wait a minute.
So he's not.
Hang on. I can fix this. I'm going to break out the other brush with lidocaine.
Okay. He's not going to do it anymore. He says, we can still do it if I just say you're my friend. So one of you takes your shirt off and gets eaten on.
Okay, we only made it through half the haiku.
Yeah. Well, it was smeared. Like, you just,
Okay.
yeah.
So we'll damp rag it off.
No, you need to, one of you has to do it. He will refuse to do it.
Yeah, I
We have to
know.
come up with a different
But we're
idea.
still taking care of this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Nate's got the camera. Glenn,
I'll do it.
take a shot of painkiller first.
So, yeah, this is going to be... what is this? This is definitely going to be...
Fitness?
Yeah, I would definitely do fitness. This is... so you roll fitness. And as long as you don't crit fail, you'll have a chance. But if he fails, you'll have a penalty to your check. If he critically succeeds, you'll have a bonus. If you regularly succeed, you'll have a standard amount of time.
Nope. Toilet paper. Wiping with paper towels. What Gitmo is like.
Oh God!
And I'll Dpsomancer a little bit. I will hold my liquor before I do this. That's, oh my God.
Well, that is a success, though.
No, it's not. It's the opposite of a success. This is,
All right.
no, this is my tens. So
You know what? Actually, because you're drunk and this is really stupid, I'm going to give you a bonus to your fitness challenge.
oh, bonus?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That may succeed. No, that still fails. God.
No. That was for your Dpsomancer check to cast that spell. You have to make a fitness check now.
Yeah, the Dpsomancer failed.
Yeah. So
Well, you can always flip your Dpsomancy, so it would always, or an 81 turns into an 18, which is a success.
yeah.
So you succeeded the spell.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. You can always flip.
I forget that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't see what your roll was.
It was
So
an
yeah.
81.
Anyways, go ahead and give me a fitness check. So plus 10 bonus. Can you flip that?
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
Was that a regular failure or was that a crit failure?
It was a regular fail.
Okay, so you'll have a negative 10 on your notice check to paint this.
Okay.
Can we bring any passions to bear?
Yeah.
Wait, David, have you used your freebie flip?
I have used my freebie flip,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did have to
But,
get the 2 significant charges.
Oh, right.
but I can clear it for, or flip it for my rage against reactionaries, because if we do this challenge wrong, do you know how many people on the internet are going to get mad that we painted a haiku on a bare-chested man the wrong way?
Okay. This is also transgressive art, and this is going to piss off the reactionaries. I would allow that too. So,
Also, yes, we get them coming and going.
yeah.
Heyo.
Yeah, so yeah, you manage to paint it very quickly and on time. And so Baller Green is there. He's like, yeah, look at this. Huh? Yeah.
Content creator. Because, I mean, what we're actually doing here is setting up the shots such that he's in, like, the setup and finish and sticking his head in a few times. But, like, it's just the Bengay and jalapeno mixture dripping onto Glenn's chest. We don't actually see Cici, so he can take credit for doing it.
And as a matter of fact, when he starts doing the I'm going to put the brushes in his hands.
Yeah.
It's like you painted that.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Perfect.
42 under 44. I'll take that.
Yep. Yeah, so it does go viral. Good job. So you've paid Baller Green. Let's see here. Your chest is exceedingly sensitive for the next day. So
As soon as we get the shots done, I am wiping that off.
what's your how many self-hardened notches do you have?
4.
Yeah, whatever.
This is only like a 1.
Yeah, this will definitely be a 1. But.
Who amongst us in college? Never mind.
Last week, I stole a dog and threatened a jogger with an antique pistol. This is
No,
this
that
is fun.
was 2 weeks ago. Last week we destroyed a town with an angel.
Yeah.
Shinji.
Yeah.
Things just kind of run together, I know.
Yeah, you're kind of this a normal person would have problems
This is
with
a
this.
Tuesday for us.
So
Normal.
Baller Green's definitely on your side. So the next morning it tells you to report.
Hurrah for us.
Well, that's a win.
Is it? Is it actually?
Yes.
So the 3 of you show up to the casting office. The there's a woman there with a clipboard. It says, our assistant Bob has told us about you. The three of you, you're all eager for work. You're willing to put in long hours, so you don't have any family commitments. So you're hired. So if you come over here, we'll get you in a wardrobe. And we'll get you on our onboarding thing.
These are my measurements. These are the measurements of my two gentlemen friends. I work in costuming.
Oh, okay. Well,
and as a matter of fact, if you're a little bit short-handed, I would be more than willing to help out there.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll make a little mark here. We have had some turnover.
Card.
Okay.
With my costuming.
SAG, huh?
Screen Actors Guild?
Yeah, we're not a SAG production, so I'll just pretend I didn't see that.
What SAG card?
Yeah. We're not SAG here. We're in Indiana. This is kind of sort of below the radar of everybody. We're trying to be very discreet until we're done.
Oh, absolutely.
It was this or Eastern Europe, and
this is a lot better than Eastern Europe. At least we've got better catering.
One could argue one way. Anyways, I'm fine with this. So get in a costume. Then you'll all be given jobs. If you have any particular blue collar kind of trades, especially any expertise in like woodworking or masonry or anything that looks very, very appealing, that could be something.
I am an expert tailor.
Taylor, okay, yeah, we could work with that. But otherwise, we'll get just report on set as new people. Talk to Gerald. He'll find you a place, and then camera. Just assume there's cameras on everywhere at all times. That you are always on camera. That you are always mic'd, and just you are a person in this new utopian community after the world has fallen, and you're trying to rebuild civilization. That's all you need to know. Don't engage in extended conversations with people who, if you see a camera crew following particular characters, don't interact with them. Just go about your business. All right, great. So all of you can connect to just sort of figure her out.
Sure. Double zero is bad, right?
Well, I mean, this is just figuring things out, so I'm not going to scanner you or anything.
Yeah, that's a fail for me on businessmen. So,
holy shit! Tremendous inflatable eagle, larger than human size, a $1,200.
Oh wait, it just changed to a signed Mean Girls poster.
Okay. Yep.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Sorry. It's from eBay.
I love bullet points.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Did either of you succeed on your connect check?
I failed.
I also failed.
All right. Well, you know what you know.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Well, it's just more information about her. So her name is Maggie, by the way. She is a associate producer. She sort of looks like she is the person actually running things. In the military, she would be the NCO. She is not an officer per se. So you're all getting into costumes. It is more 19th century by way of Fallout, the chic. So it's not steampunky, but things are kind of ragged, but in an artistic way. There's some bits of metal. Some shoulder pads are big.
Style magnet. I'm going to see if there's a way that I can punch up the costumes that they hand us.
Okay.
No, there is not.
You don't really have time.
This is Drek. This is absolute Drek.
It is. They mean, for movies, they try
I'm
to.
absolutely sorry, but I cannot make this work.
Oh no!
This is sort of a style thing. They're clearly shoulder pads are big. They're kind of going for a sci-fi sort of thing, but post-apocalyptic. And after you're put in costumes, they take photos of you. They assign you names. What is your post-apocalyptic name, Glenn? Or who has a post-apocalyptic character name?
Hubcap.
Hubcap. You are now Hubcap. You do have a hubcap around your neck.
Not a hat?
Yeah, it could be a hat. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I am Stitches McDougalthorpe.
Stitches. You're an extra. You don't get a full name. You just get Stitches.
Like a snitch.
Yeah.
Who ends up in a dish because he's a bitch?
Whoa.
Seems a little
Glenn.
extreme, but okay.
They have a couple of suggested names. They do have a 2-name one, parking meter. In which case, you have to carry a parking meter around as like a kind of staff. It's light, or it could be axle, as you have some parts of axles on your person, sort of as kind of like armor. You could have cinder block. Yeah, maybe not that one.
That would be a cinder block on a stick.
Let's go with that one.
All right, cinder block. Yeah. All right. How does the cinder block show up on your costume? Is it the walking stick, or is it going to be like a stylized?
Well, I'm thinking more like a giant hammer.
See, I was just thinking, like, do you remember from the early days of Sesame Street? There were like 2 construction workers that would hang out and talk. I feel like it'd just be one of them, just like you just carry a cinder block around.
All right. Fortunately, it's made of styrofoam. So yeah, but you have to carry that. You're assigned that. So yeah, you have to have that near your person at all times.
I mean, you're an extra. That's the thing you'd want walking around in the back. Some guy.
Yeah. So you're assigned a job, labor. You're just supposed to walk around carrying the cinder block from place to place. So. You're given a sort of information sheet that gives you basic information. Don't you only use cell phones? Actually, they ask for your cell phones. They put them in little zipped lockers or zipped bags that you get a combination key, and so no one else can open it up. But it'll be.
I don't carry a cell phone.
Okay. If you're on violation, you'll given be 1 warning. Second violation, you're fired.
Alamo rules.
Basically. Are you contraband smuggling a cell phone in?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm contraband smuggling everything in.
Okay. They say here's so no cell phones. Only eat during lunchtime. Don't snack. Don't bring don't bring anything with brands on it. Stay in character. Parlance language is equal to now, but don't use recent slang. Yeet is specifically mentioned. Do not use the word yeet. So
I don't think
we call this
going
the
to be a
baller
harsh.
rule.
So do stay out of the way. Camera crews follow the door. If someone is carrying equipment, movie equipment, or dressed out of character, follow their orders because they're, a member of the production crew. Don't mess with anything. Meal times are this. Use the bathroom only in the designated area. Do not, tell every area has a boss that can, make sure everyone stays in character. Follow their instructions. You will be assigned a boss when you show up. Have fun. Smiley face.
Quotation marks.
Yeah. So this is very unusual, obviously. Well, content creator, you can give me a roll.
This is not how you movie. Like at all.
It isn't.
This isn't how this works.
This is almost like a LARP. This is almost like a Ren Fair or like a theme park kind of setup. You're not sure why this is. That's weird. But when you get on set, there are, dozens of people, hundreds perhaps, milling about this town. You see camera crew down the street.
I know who the director is. It's Paul McCartney.
No, you do have his name, Maximilian Inslee. Says him, yeah.
Who names their child Maximilian?
So all 3 of you can give me notice checks.
Well, also fair. I see nothing.
Okay.
I think it's more fun if I just go with a no.
Okay. It looks like this weird sort of semi-Fallout-ish town, but also 19th century-ish, where people are milling about and working. So you're a laborer. You're supposed to basically walk up and down the street.
Hauling things.
Hauling the cinder block.
Occasionally put it down, sigh deeply, dust off your hands, wait a minute or 2, then pick it back up.
Yeah,
Repeat.
Yep.
all day.
That's pretty much it. There's a couple of variations in your routine, but that's the majority of it. So it's pretty easy work altogether. But yeah, let's see. You are assigned to the tailor shop, but you are in the back. You are actually sorting and folding clothes and that kind of thing. They have a couple of young women up front. Actually, like they have a storefront, a tailor shop that looks very 19th century with like the dressmakers mannequins that have like clothes on them, and there's two young women that are fussing with them, but they look very photogenic, and obviously it seems like the director wants them up front.
How badly are they mangling the act of pinning things to that dummy?
Oh, they're just pinning and unpinning the same thing over and over again. They have like their own routine of like 7 or 8 things where they fix something, then fix 7 things, then they unfix them all, then they fix them again. So it's very rhythmic, and they're just chatting.
Well, fortunately, since I'm in the back, I can sort and fold these clothes, but I can also mend the ones that need the mending.
Yeah, you can mess around with the actual clothes if you want. There is the boss back there is a old man with tape around his neck, and spectacles, and just likes bitching about stuff. So you could gossip with him too if you wanted to. And
I will while I'm sewing this patch on that was patched on improperly, and I'm going to make sure that it looks better than the work that was done. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to be gossiping the hell out of this.
Yeah. The boss,
bitch.
Yeah,
stitch and bitch.
The boss says, "Wow, you should do that for a living. You're really good at this stuff." Anyways, go ahead and give me a roll with Connect, or if you want to make an identity roll.
Let's see where. Yeah, the identity actually works a little bit better than that.
Sure.
And I made it.
All right. You'll get some information in a bit. And
so when this is like 19th century, but also post-apocalyptic, is that what you? So I mean, is there still like if this is frontier townish, is it so post-apocalyptic? But what? There's not a newspaper office or like?
Oh, sure, there is.
Okay, so
you're heading there.
Yeah.
Okay. The boss there says, "Can you type?"
Yes.
On a typewriter?
I mean, as long as it's not Dvorak.
Great. Come right in. Type.
Okay. Do you need like actual words, or do you need it to sound like a typewriter?
Probably do like an hour of actually typing, and then after that they'll have enough coverage so you can just fake it.
Okay. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Yep.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
The court's black sphinx stares in judgment of us all.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
but
I think it's pretty close. Yeah.
So you do that.
Why isn't that one the actual typing test?
I know, right?
That's way more interesting.
It is. So, so for free, all of you, I mean, you two can also try and gossip with your boss and stuff like that. So Cici, but you can do other things as well. But Cici, you talk to your boss, and your boss talks about, like, I don't understand why they're using. Have you seen The Monster yet?
Oh, not yet. I heard that there was a monster, but I didn't actually get to see what it was. Some of us had a bet going as to. I thought that the real monster was man all along, though.
Well, they got a bit. They're big into practical effects. They got this animatronic thing. I haven't seen it from the front. I've just seen the animatronics back. But like, they're really. I don't know. They're wasting a lot of time with it. They got some kid actor because I haven't seen the script yet, and I think it's some family movie about a kid overcoming this fear, or dealing with a monster or whatever. But the actual actor is terrified of that thing, and they don't recast, and they just keep shoving this kid.
Recast? I mean, you would think that if they've got some actor that doesn't look the part, they could easily just replace him with someone who does. I mean, that's what most movie sets do, is it not?
Yeah, well, this ain't.
I mean, I'm new to the whole movie thing, so
yeah, so am I. But yeah, so there's this kid who's just the actor is terrified of the animatronic monster. I guess they're trying to get the kid to overcome his fear. So they can do this. I mean, he's a very photogenic looking kid. He looks like a good actor from what I've seen, but like, I don't know. I haven't even seen what the animatronic thing looks like. So,
well, do we know anything about it? I mean, is it supposed to be big, scary?
I think it's pretty big. I've only seen it. They wheel it around every once in a while to move it to a different location, but it's mostly under a tarp. But you can see the machine.
We're supposed to not actually recognize that they're moving the thing, because for us to see it would be for us to break character. Am I right?
Yeah. So that's a whole thing. So he talks about that and what his theories about the movie are. So you get that they're so
there is a giant monster.
There is a
set.
Yep.
That we are going to have to fight at some point in time. God damn you, Ross.
What? I just said it was animatronic. It's fine.
It's perfectly fine. It's entirely animatronic and not really going to eat our faces. That's comforting. That's very comforting.
Nate, what are you going to do? Are you going to be gossiping too? Or?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. I'll roll connect.
Sure.
It was serendipity. They got it on an internet sale off a couple weeks ago.
99% off. Damn this thing.
I know, right?
Ooh. Yeah, even flipping that wouldn't be great. I'm
okay.
No.
Okay. Just a regular fail?
Yeah. So I'm just like trying to remember all the pangrams I can. So okay. Yeah. Fill my box with 5 liquor jugs.
Yeah.
5 dozen liquor jugs.
You do get they're bitching about some
body once told me.
Yeah.
The world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool.
The boss of yours is bitching about some woman named Dolores who does she think she is? She's so arrogant, but because you fail your check, you can't get out who Dolores is or why she is that way. And you don't. You think that's the person's name, not the character's name, because but that's all you can get out.
Okay.
It's not a critical failure, so I mean you at least get something. But yeah.
Clearly, Dolores is the monster.
So Glenn, what are you going to do?
Only if you work for her. I mean,
I'm going to converse in character with the people around me, the other day laborers. Tough job at the mill today, right? And so on. Try to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah. Gossip. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Please tell me at least one point it ends up as like the old like Billy Crystal Saturday Night Live. I hate it when that happens routine. You know, when you take one of those scale models of the Empire State Building and you shove it up your nose. Yeah.
Oh, I hate when that happens. You know,
take one of those.
I used to, you take those knitting needles and jab them through your nipples and you twist them in opposite direction so it spins like a propeller. Oh, looks cool as hell.
That
but that's
exactly
awful.
meets my former minister. That's
okay. You hate when that happens.
I hate when I do that.
No, I'm not. I'm still drunk, so that's a fail. But I can flip it
if you want.
Does being drunk actually hurt connection?
Actually, yeah, I would say you're fine.
Slightly lowering your social boundaries.
Good point there, Bill.
That's a win, I think.
I'll say you succeed. And they mention, that they think this is a romantic comedy because there's a lot of stuff being shot at the bar, Fat Mo's, and there's a lot of scenes of sparks between the bartender and the owner of the bar. So they think that there's some sort of like romantic comedy.
Ringworld Molly?
You get the actors' names, or they're Lisa and Tanya, and they're they think it's a romantic comedy at Fat Mo's.
Okay, well, when my shift is over, I'll head over to Fat Mo's and
Also, you realize that after an hour that like people. This is definitely a very chaotic shoot, quote unquote. So as long as you act like you're belonging and you're not bothering people or clearly doing something that breaks
getting in the way of an active scene.
Yeah. It seems like it shouldn't be a problem. So you can go meet up with the other players, PCs, or you could, go to Fat Mo's yourself.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay. So you go to Fat Mo's.
Or go to Fat Mo's or Porque no la dos.
I'll let the two of you know what I'm doing.
Okay. So you stop by the tailor shop and the newspaper and the New Harmony News. and you catch up, so you all trade gossip with each other.
Oh, and Cinderblock, I think that I would really love a wet to my whistle.
So, the three of you head over to Fat. But you now know that there seems to be two major plot lines, at least, which is weird, because movies usually have, one major plot. And so...
Well, from what the Baller Green was telling us, apparently this guy is trying to make all the movies at once. So we know that there's a coming-of-age children's movie, a monster flick, and now a rom-com, all kind of rolled into one. There's a chance that we can find out a way that they're trying to work in the horror, but also betrayal. I mean, there's so many different genres that can cross here. And I think he's trying to put all of them in.
Yeah, you can also talk to Baller Green. So yeah, you can speculate as much as you want, or you can head to Fat Mo's.
Let's head to Fat Mo's.
Okay. So you head to Fat Mo's. All three of you feel a tingle as you all instinctively know that this is the bar. And this is actually built on not a riverside, but on the side of a creek, a pretty wide creek. So there is a body of water next to you. So, but this is where you're supposed to get the boat, and you don't know if this creek actually leads to the Mississippi, but I mean,
it's in the watershed. It's pretty much eventually got to eventually.
Yeah, you would think it does, unless there's a dam or a drought or something. Yeah. This has to be the place, but how to trigger it? How to find a proud Mary?
How I mine for boat?
Yeah, how I mine for boat. So but there is you can see there actually are shooting a scene, but it's at the bar itself, and you can see there are two women that the camera is focusing on, and they are both flirting with each other awkwardly. There's some witty-ish repartee, and they make awkward passes at each other, and they're both kind of like very unsure. At least they're in character are very unsure and anxious about it. So it's kind of like, they want each other, but they just, oh god, they're such klutzes, and they just can't admit their feelings to each other.
Millennials.
Yep. So that's what's going on. You do see a very intense looking man. 19th century butter churn for $5.75.
We see a very intense man, 19th century butter churning.
Yeah.
No, that's his name.
Yep. Yeah, butter churns, the lovable drunk at the bar, punctuating their one-liners.
Yeah, I'm going to sidle behind butter churn, using him as living cover.
All three of you can give me secrecy checks.
Yeah, 34 to 50.
93, so that's a fail.
Okay.
25.
All right. Well, two of you succeed. As you sit and talk about this,
I'm too busy trying to get a drink without ruining the shot.
You can't. They literally have. Actually, Baller Green is there as the PA. He's like motioning for you to stay away and not to approach the bar at all.
Okay.
To stay at your table and
not approach the bar.
Yeah. He does give you 3 glasses that have liquid. Yeah. So, but that's it. And the two of you realize though that Maximilian, you're all adepts. You all have this kind of sort of sense about.
It's like in Highlander when one of the other mortals walks in and Duncan MacLeod just suddenly stares at the person.
Yeah, something's up with Maximilian.
It's not quite like that. I mean, right? It feels like somebody is doing something that is related, but only in the way that like second cousins aren't related, and makes you feel like, how is this person even in my family?
He keeps talking to the actors as they're playing and trying to get them to connect or have chemistry. But he keeps referring to them themselves. Like, do you two actually feel a connection? Because I feel like the best action is if you two actually felt a connection there. Like, he's you don't know much about directing, so you don't know if this is actually how they do it, but he's angling at something, and there's something weird about him, and there's something weird about this whole thing. And there's some pages of the script that are just on a little stand. They have a little stand on wheels with a bunch of equipment on it, and there's some loose pages of a script. Also, you wrote 333 on the side of the camera and a little marker. So
weird.
Yeah. So yeah, you're just Max. There's something weird about that guy.
You 5-finger of a script.
I mean, it'd be a lot easier with a distraction.
Yeah. You three can't talk normally. Like, it is supposed to be a noisy bar for this.
All right.
So most of the tables are going walla 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 walla. Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
Walla 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 walla. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, I feel like if I just try to blunder up there, like we kind of need, we need some sort of a distraction.
All right. Well, there is a dartboard over there. I think that if Cinderblock and Stitches were to engage in a background game of darts, but Stitches were to miss and put a needle into somebody who was sitting near it by accident, that would probably be a good distraction, yes?
That's true. I mean...
But it might get me thrown off set.
Right. Like, we sort of have to balance distraction with destruction. I feel like, if we look at our past two experiences, the former was really great on the distraction. The second one probably tipped a bit too far towards the destruction.
So I'll play darts and try to near miss the people nearby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they scream out because someone's playing darts, that's on them.
At most, they're going to look askance at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I pierce somebody's ear from a distance, that's on me.
Right. Okay, so this has a chance to play out well, so...
It does. It literally does have a chance. I would say dart throwing would go under fitness because you're not throwing darts at people, you're not trying to kill people, so it's not really struggle. So I would say fitness.
27 out of 45.
Okay, so you start playing darts successfully, or is that your intention, or what is your intention?
Okay, so I'm trying to create a distraction so that one of the other two can steal the script.
Okay.
So to do the distraction, I'm playing darts, but I'm playing darts badly. And if you've ever been near somebody at the bar who's throwing the darts and is missing the dartboard but coming extremely close to your head, that's usually a cue to either move away
or
be angry.
You do that, and another person with a headset on comes up to you and says, no, because you hit a window next to a table. Like, you hit the exterior window and the dart makes a lot of tink sound. And so they go, no, you need to stop, you need to stop. So one other person has one chance to grab a script. That's probably...
Secrecy's gotten pretty high at this point.
Yep.
You want to go for it?
I'm not carrying around a penalty on everything physical, so...
If it was up to me, I would just use my sorcery, but you go.
Oh, if you've got a thing, yeah.
Do you have a thing that lets you steal things? I don't know.
I can't Yes.
Yeah.
I can't steal things, but I can basically sub. If I spend a significant, I can basically sub my Dpsomancer roll for any skill roll without penalty.
Okay, so you have to make two Dpsomancer, one to cast it, and then one to do it.
But remember, you can flip both of this.
Yo.
No, I just use. God looks out for drunks. You can use your Dpsomancer skill instead of any other skill from one.
All right, just roll Dpsomancer.
You can still flip results, and you don't take drunk penalty.
All right.
And it's a damn good thing because I can flip that 70 to a 7.
Okay. So you succeed. You swipe pages of the script. They're marigold, by the way, because script pages have different colors depending on what version it is. And
I'm Ross Payton, film industry expert.
Yep, that's me. All right. Look at my IMDb credits. I've been a production assistant on the thing, and I was assistant art director for Above Ground, the movie, now out on Showtime. So, yeah. Ooh. Actually was. So the you do that, but shortly thereafter, Max turns around and looks. Is like, "What's going on?" You, all three of you can roll connect.
Hey, 17 out of 50.
All right. Those of you who make it realize Maximilian sensed someone just spent a significant charge and looks really concerned. And then sort of hides his face as he does. Yeah.
So it's like they're trying to do a filmic Mac attack.
Well, you have pages of the script.
Yeah.
You can research those, and you can then call up Tabitha to get more information to try and figure, or make additional research checks to try and figure out what's going on.
I mean, that's going to be a little difficult. Most of us went without our phones. But
Well, yeah, I mean, this is probably going to be more than a one-day job.
that's fair.
But you get pages of the script. Obviously, you hide them so no one can see you looking at them. And
Of course, I've got extra pockets sewn into my costume.
yeah, well, it's Glenn is the one who stole it, but
You're
he
busy
shoved them
getting
into
up
his
places for
pants.
bad darting.
Well, you just shoved them in your pants. Like they're pretty crumpled.
Like a
Yeah, they're going to be a little funky.
you got that drunky funky.
Yeah. So the scene ends. The three of you go back to your gigs, as it were. You have a little more time in the day before they call it for the day. Do you want to do anything else, or do you want to do another round of gossip?
Oh, I'm thinking another round of gossip would be good.
Okay.
Because I'm going to talk about how I went to the bar to get a quick drink. And they were filming a scene, and it was a will they, won't they with the two lead actresses.
Okay, so that's what Cici's doing. Nate, do you know what you want to
I'm
do?
going to endeavor once again to gossip for a
Okay.
chance to find out more about this mysterious Dolores.
All right, very good. Glenn?
I'm going to ask around, see what anybody knows about Maximilian.
Okay.
His direction style
Targeted.
is so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. All right. That's connected, unless you have something better to roll with.
Don't say
Miss-
weird, say avant-garde.
Mister,
Batul.
I'm not sure my character knows what that means.
That's fair. Most of
I
these
barely know what it means.
You by this point, you know most of the extras here are first-time actors.
That's a success.
All right. So yeah, they you find out this has been going on for more than a year. This is all financed by Max himself, personally. He apparently has more money than God. He built this. Nobody's sure. Nobody's seen the full script. They looked up his stuff, and apparently this is his first major movie that he actually was a movie blogger for years, and then somehow struck it rich a couple of years ago, and then he started working on this.
Say how he struck it rich?
No, that's actually a subject of a lot of speculation.
I think it's Eastern European drug money. It's tearing me apart.
Yeah. So
Hashtag not wrong.
he has some sort of vision, and there's a lot of the thing is it pays, but people just get bored of being here, or they just get frustrated, or they piss off Max, and so they get fired. So there's been a significant turnover. There's very few people who've been here the entire time, or for a significant period of time.
So a bit of a control freak.
He's a movie director. The answer to that is going to be yes.
Yeah, but he's looking for something, but nobody knows what it is, and he won't tell anybody else. So that's what you get about Max.
I'm looking for a sound.
Yeah. So, Cici, did you make yours?
I did.
Okay. You actually do find out about that everyone here is not a SAG except for one person who is there, sort of a expert and kind of trying to help teach other people to act, and that's Dolores Matthews. And yeah, and she is Maximilian works with her a lot and has been trying to help her out personally.
Okay.
And
So if Max is helping Dolores and Dolores is helping Max, something says they're either old friends or old frenemies.
yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
That's 20 on Connect.
Oh yeah, Dolores is a SAG actor, sort of implied as to get the other actors, especially she's working a lot with a kid whose name is Jack Lautner, and apparently the monster and the coming of age things are the same story. It's about a kid dealing with a monster in the apocalypse that no one believes about, so like a boy who cried wolf thing, but the kid saves the community from it, but the kid is actually terrified of it. And you do find out that apparently Maximilian found out that the kid was afraid of spiders and then had the animatronics people make it look more like a spider. And
that's a bit mean.
Yeah.
Like most people in the occult community, jerk ass.
Yeah.
I mean, not excluding us.
I mean, why would we exclude us? We're not nice people. I have never once in this game claimed the moral high ground by any stretch, and I know that. But still, #rude.
Yeah, clearly. So, so that's all you can find out before the day is called, and you can head home. It's pretty. You're driven back to the little castle. There's basically they have little shuttle buses that take people from the set to the parking lot. And sort of the costuming station. So you have to go to the costuming station, remove your clothes. You know, they assign you a number so you can come to work and get in costume and then be driven there.
So you're saying it's like working for Amazon?
Yeah. A little better than that. You can take more breaks. And yeah, so at this point you can now fish out the script and look at it.
Okay.
So
share it with the crew.
Yeah, you can all give me secrecy checks. Let's see. Analyze the script.
Crit fail.
Okay.
Also crit fail.
Okay.
I don't know how to read this thing. What exactly is stage right when the entire world is
apparently
regular fail, and I can't flip it.
Okay, well, I'll say it's ripped up. In order to, he basically had to grab it very quickly and shove it into his pants, and that sort of, and then he didn't have any time alone.
How did you smear the ink?
Yeah, well, it's kind of
That's
sweaty.
Not ink.
Yeah, it's kind of sweaty. Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's just not something you can. Yeah, it's ruined. So you actually don't get anything useful from it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
So we got nothing, and they know that several pages of script are missing somehow.
And Max knows something's up.
Max knows that somebody here is a mage.
Just like somebody that was
normally you don't automatically detect if somebody casts a charge. Like none of you sense when somebody casts a spell. It's just thought. So
right, but Ballard told us he was an avatar, which is fundamentally not the way we work. So
right. But Ballard doesn't know much, so he is a kind of a. You do know this is Well, you also failed our secrecy check, so you'll need to contact somebody else to help explain it to you, or use divination.
Tabitha, help!
Okay,
I think Tabitha, yes.
Weird mom, what's happening?
Well, she listens to the information you have. Well, have you considered that Ballard isn't right? And he...
I mean, in the head, yeah, frequently. Like, from the very moment we met him. But
well, this Maximilian guy sounds more like a Phonomancer.
Sure.
That's
a thing we all know about, but for the NSA listening in,
they get their power from movie cliches, movie tropes, and getting people to enact them. It sounds like he's trying to get people to enact them.
On a very large scale, yeah.
Well, it sounds like, from what I remember about Cinemancy, is they get a major charge if they have somebody reenact essentially a movie, like a whole thing, like if they did the romantic comedy meet cute thing, but for real, without anybody using magic to manipulate it, they would get a major charge from that. That's the reality altering thing. So
he's actually trying to get these people to reenact the scene not so that he can film the scene, but so that he can get the power from them doing the scene. So,
well, it's not the scene, but it's the story. So, like,
he wants it to be not acting.
He wants it to be real. So he wants, like, those two actors at the bar to really fall in love. He wants that kid to overcome his fear. And I would guess that Dolores is some, I don't know what her story is, but obviously maybe.
Clearly she's got to be method as hell.
Well, maybe she's burned out by Hollywood and needs to rekindle her love of life or something like that.
So he's using her story as well. Okay, yeah. So even his best friend on set isn't.
Well, you don't know if she's his best friend, but yeah. You're speculating, but
speculation, but I think that it's a valid speculation. I think that it's an appropriate speculation, a plausible speculation.
Sure. So that's the thing. So that's your end, though. You need to hijack that. You get one of those cliches to come true that generates a major charge. Then if you can figure out a way to hijack it, to steal it for yourself, you could use that to summon the Proud Mary. So,
okay.
So how exactly do we do this?
Well, it's all in the script, right? He's using the script as his focus. So you change the script so that instead of, you don't know why he's doing this. He's obviously, the reason why he's keeping the script secret is because he wants something to happen. He's going to use that for something, and it's all written down. If you change that ending to the Proud Mary shows up and carts 3 treasure hunters away to go find the treasure in the Mississippi, that's what will happen.
Okay, so how do we find this script and how do we change this script? Because it sounds like those are the 2 steps here.
Changing it's simple. You just swap out the written pages for what you want as the ending.
So we make the marigold copy into the what? Magenta?
No, you wouldn't change the color. That's the important part. You want to break the revision packet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do we...
Find the master copy.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2, the old Reddit switcheroony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you have to have one of those 3 cliches to actually come true. Either get the kid to, and then that will finish the ritual essentially.
Also, don't use magic.
Also, don't use magic on that part.
Right.
You can use it. You can totally use it to steal the script and shit like that, because that's obviously. But if you use magic to get one of those people to, get those people to fall in love, get that kid to overcome his fear,
it doesn't count.
And Tabitha, that's the other part. Apparently, he can sense when we're doing magic around him.
Well, he probably prepared that whole area as his ritual space or something. He probably has some sort of boundary, some sort of written or some sort of drawn border, some occult symbols or something like that to give him power over that area. He probably has like limited omniscience around it.
And that's the thing too, though, is if he's got that, it makes it hard for us to operate because we use magic to do everything.
Well, you could break the circle, go to the border, find one of the symbols, and then erase it, and he loses that power.
Interesting. So
sounds like a heck of an idea.
I would agree. I think that that should be our first order of business is disable his tracking.
Of course, he'll know that it'll be disabled, so you make sure you don't get caught doing that.
Yeah.
So, but you can definitely use magic for that.
He'll be on guard anyway after that, and all 3 of us were present when he got the juju alert.
He may not, you don't know how alerted he is to you. You can also use magic outside the circle, so you could go back there at the dead of night and find the thing.
Well, it's presuming like a lack of security, which may well be.
You don't know how bad. Is he just using a rent-a-cops?
Right.
So, yeah.
So the other question to throw out on that is, who's got a good set of divination magic to find where the script is? Because the best that I can do is steal his shirt and become him temporarily. But it takes at least 3 articles of clothing to be him. So I need to get 3 pieces of his clothes to become him. And that's not exactly something that we can pull off easy.
And also, you can reasonably assume he knows what Vestomancers are and has taken measures. He probably knows about all the kinds of weirdos that are in the occult underground. He probably
doesn't know about me. I'm one of the cats.
Well, all right, that's
you are.
I don't really.
Yeah.
I am a special, unique.
He probably is a Howard Hughes level, like keeps his own poop and pee in bottles and like.
Fair enough.
Sympathetic magic is a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
And once you know about it, well, there's paranoia for the rest of your life.
Yep. Okay, so.
I mean, you certainly can try to steal it, but that's going to be difficult.
So, what can we do here to make Ballard do all the dirty work?
Well, he's also an idiot who gets
exactly.
Caught. Yeah, but if he gets caught, he's going to spill the beans.
Yeah, that's fair. So, yeah.
The other option is, of course, to simply talk to Maximilian and try and negotiate something.
Yeah, when has that ever worked?
I mean, it could be worth a try.
Because every one of those storylines would be worth one major charge. If you were someone, and obviously you only need one to summon the Proud Mary.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get one, we help him get the other two. He gets two major.
I mean, presumably he's on like. Don't I remember you can only really hold one major charge at a time?
Yeah, you don't. You don't know what he needs. He's obviously
he's just playing the spread.
Yeah, he's just playing the spread. Exactly. He needs these storylines to happen, and he doesn't know which one will actually trigger first. He also that's the reason why he has a script, because one triggers, it automatically happens because of the script, and then he can work on the other two.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And if he's been at it for over a year, it's entirely possible that
a year has also been to build the set, hire the actors. Like, this is obviously a major thing. So it's so he's obviously playing for keeps, but if you give him that option, he may take it.
He may play for only 2/3 of keeps.
Yeah. Because that's better than 0 keeps, because you can also fuck him over. If you use magic you could ruin any of the plot lines by using magic on any of those people.
Yeah. And really all we would have to do to that, like, you would essentially have to put a prohibitive amount of money or resources into security to keep us from getting to the edge and smudging his not magic circle.
Yeah, well, that's just to break his omniscience. You don't know.
Right, but I mean, that's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
of course, he might be willing to hire someone to kill you, too, if he finds out. That's the downside of negotiating with him. He knows you.
Yeah.
He'll know who you are, and he may try to have you kill.
I don't know. This seems like last time I was okay running Red Team because, like, we pretty quickly found out just how kind of, icky the whole situation was. I mean, raw milk. What kind of people were we dealing with?
Yeah.
So, what are you suggesting we do for this one?
Well, you can also do research on Maximilian and try and figure out more about what makes him tick.
I kind of would like to do that, yes.
Well, that's the thing. You can't really do... Well, yeah, you can do one internet research now.
Yeah.
You know he has a movie blog.
Mm-hmm. So... Content creator. Yep. Still higher than my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Man, even if I flip that, it'd be one too high.
Okay. Well, you two can both roll too. I mean, this is just finding his movie blog and analyzing it. So both of you, Cici and Glenn, you can both roll knowledge as well.
I'm going to go ahead and port over one of those stored up charges.
Okay, sure. Another day's passed.
Yep.
That's enough. Yeah.
Okay, well, he has a movie blog, and he certainly reviewed movies.
Actually, I mean, just from
if only I knew what a movie was.
Right.
Yeah, apparently.
Can we divide and conquer and, like, do a small archive crash on his movie blog and probably start from the end and work backwards?
Well, that's what
and see
doing.
If there's any kind of a developing theme.
Well, that's what you were doing, and that's your knowledge means you just don't see any analysis.
We were unable to correlate the contents.
Yep.
Yay!
Yeah, you could use the divination thing to solve that. Your EVP thing would work.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? I will ask the resident voices of this room at the Sleepeasy Inn.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome, Ross.
Because it is the Sleepeasy Inn.
Oh, it's always going to be the Sleepeasy Inn.
Yeah, it's all 5 out of
a place where you can rest.
So spend a charge.
Yep. Alrighty.
And you get this old man's voice. He's like, I'll pay you everything as long as I know what happened to her and where her body is. I'll pay you everything. I'll hawk my Oscars. I'll sell everything I have. Just find out, and I'll do it.
Okay.
And then you hear Maximilian's voice saying, "Of course, I can do things no detective can. I'll find out what happened to your wife."
So mysteriously solved Hollywood murders in the last 5 years, cold cases that got closed out.
Yep, with that you do find it, and Mr.
Actor McActors.
Roberto Morlone, actor and producer, Hollywood legend. His wife famously went missing. He was suspected for years. No one, and that ruined his career because
Because it would.
yeah.
Unless your name is Robert Wagner.
Well, he was a little after that, so Hollywood had been a little more progressive about that kind of thing. But then Maximilian's name is never known, revealed, but they find her body, her remains buried, that was poured into the basement of a building in concrete. LAPD was implicated in the cover-up. She had an affair with another actor. The actor had connection with the LAPD. The actor murdered her and then used the LAPD to cover up the body and try and frame the husband, but they made mistakes. So the producer, Mr. Marlone, was never convicted because he was literally out of the country when it happened, so he could not have murdered it. But shortly after that, then he dies of cancer. And his estate is donated to charity, estimated between $20 and $200 million. He's very secretive.
Other than charity filings, I mean, for that actually not to go through probate, it would have had to be to a registered 501c3.
Okay.
So,
it
should be.
You can give me another knowledge check to try and research that.
Okay. 13 out of 44.
His will sent it to several corporations that were willed to certain companies that were their shell, companies. So one of which is called New Harmony.
Okay.
So
I guess we probably had that one coming. But,
So it looks like Maximilian was able to use his powers to solve a murder that a very rich man wanted solved, and was able to get a fortune from it. And now he's transferring that fortune in a bid to gain major charges for
Four reasons.
You're not able to. His motives are a bit oblique. You'd have to go to Hollywood to visit people you knew, you have to talk to people you know at this point. You can't really do casual internet research to figure out his motives. You need to talk to people.
What's the bacon number for Marlone and
0? He produced it. Marlone, before he retired, produced dozens of movies, acted in more. He worked with Kevin Bacon on a made-for-TV.
Sorry, I didn't actually literally mean Kevin Bacon. That was the construct. Were he and Dolores ever on a project?
Oh, I see. Were they ever connected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, probably half of Hollywood was of that age category.
Okay.
So Dolores is a character actor. You've all recognized her face. She's
I saw her on Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, she's forensic examiner, Dr. Philby,
Wasn't she on NCIS last season?
2 seasons ago, but yeah.
Oh, wait, I remember I saw her on the Ligaments show with the very sassy, quiet doctor. And,
Yeah, she plays the stuck-up kind of, like, professional lady.
Yeah, they used her in a court case where she was giving the evidence that she had and saying that it had to be right because it was her evidence versus, Dr. Ligament, who actually found the real evidence. Oh, that was a good show.
Oh, yeah.
Best episode I've seen in ages.
How many episodes have you seen in ages? That one?
Well, I watch a lot of late night TV, and that's good background information while I'm crocheting.
That's fair.
Have you seen this mile-long scarf?
Truly. 5,280.
It's a charity scarf. It's never going to be worn, but it's going to be amazing. They're going to break it out in the parade.
They have someone made a school out of crocheting or knitting or something like that. I'm not sure how that would work, but
it falls under Vestomancer in a way.
Yeah, I guess it would be a sub-school of Vestomancer.
I don't know how well that would unknown armies. I feel like it would. It's like
I feel like
geomancy.
I feel like there's an occult side to it.
I feel like there's probably more of an occult side to scrapbooking.
Yeah, no, there's definitely all that kind of hearth stuff. Home and hearth stuff has an occult underbelly to it. That is interesting if you dig down into it. So you all figured out a little bit more Maximilian. You have a couple of leads of people he's talked to, like other bloggers. He's very reclusive. He's only been on a couple of YouTube videos.
He's only been on a couple of YouTube videos.
Well, movie review. Yeah.
No, it's a thing. Yeah.
He totally stopped blogging after the murder was solved, weirdly enough. And then he apparently spent several years planning this and then launching it last year.
I mean, just
okay,
maybe it's worth it to try negotiating once.
All right, let's try. But Nate, I know that this is going to sound like I am a horrible, horrible individual, but I figure that if we're going to talk to him this way, we need to do it in such a way that we admire his aesthetic, but we also keep our identity secret. So I'm going to need you to take these magazines and this X-Acto knife, and I'm going to need you to search for a couple of words and phrases. Glenn, here's your stack. So these are the phrases. We know what you're doing.
We think it's pretty cool.
We think it's pretty cool.
All right.
We want in on that. We will help you make it happen for a cut of the profits.
Okay.
And
wink emoji if we can find it.
Well, we can definitely find it. But when I say profits, it's not PROFITS, PROPHETS. And when we're going to block out the text in this way, and this E, and this E are going to be the number 3 instead of a letter E.
And they're all lined up.
What do you think? Can we make this happen?
I think we can do it.
Okay, so
weren't we just discussing the postmodern occult nature of arts and crafts? Yes, I think we can make this happen.
Fortunately, I took a class on scrapbooking.
Okay. All right. So we spend our evening making the world's weirdest psycho letter.
Okay. So wait, are you trying to do like an anonymous kind of like ransom letter thing, or are you just
yes?
Okay.
I mean, it's not really a ransom letter. We're just
but that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're using the aesthetic of the cutout ransom letter.
Okay.
Because it is somewhat filmic.
No, it's definitely a trope. You'll get a minor charge from it. You're literally doing a movie cliche right now.
So, I mean, can we double down on it if we break the fourth wall?
No, that will break it.
Okay.
You can't consciously do that. So, in fact,
now, if we tell him to drop his response in a certain place, we're actually buying into it further. We can double down.
Yeah.
Or we can not do it.
Yeah, let's not.
I think let's double down.
All right.
I mean, we'll give him the minor charge for free because we're playing right into him.
Yeah. All right. So what are you telling him? Okay, so we know what you're doing. We want in on it. All right. How is he supposed to communicate back to you?
give him a Dropbox number.
Like a post office box office?
I would say, yeah, P.O. box number.
Okay.
Post office in town in the...
What was that? Flat Lick?
French Lick?
French Lick.
No,
yeah.
not in French Lick. We're gonna have him drop the letter on his own set.
Okay.
That's not a
town.
post office. I mean, there might even be one, but like...
Okay, so post
And
office...
that makes it easier for him to find out who we are.
Right.
Because he just needs somebody on the crew to idly watch where the drop zone is.
Yeah.
Or he literally has cameras set up everywhere.
Yeah.
Also that.
So,
So you could give him a post office box number to mail to, but then you have to pick it up because it's the post office, and he might have... He's rich. He might have someone be watching that post office box.
Right. But like, I mean, there's no end to that. Like, he's rich. He might blank.
Yeah, that's true. You could do a dead burner cell phone.
I kind of would rather that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you are better with tech.
Okay.
I just thought that we might give him a chance to answer us in kind. With
He won't have
A
access.
burner cell phone is also in kind. I mean, slightly more modern spy flicks, but nonetheless.
Yeah. He is. So you can get that. You go to a gas station, buy a $10 phone with a prepaid card.
and we'll take the number from different magazine. Yeah. We're going to cut out the cell phone number for him to text to us.
Mm-hmm. All right. And how are you delivering it to him?
Do you think we should use Baller for that?
Baller will dime you out, in a second. Like, who gave you this letter? And Baller will just say, so 3 new extras I had. Yeah,
These are my boys.
This is my boys. They yeeted that to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a bit of a...
Okay. So plan B.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me open the steamer trunk. I've been looking for a chance to put on this costume for a while.
Is it a telegram delivery guy?
I've been looking for a chance to put on this other costume for a while. Okay. Ninja.
Oh.
So you're just gonna sneak it up and put it in his pocket or in his...
Please.
I was thinking slip it into his mailbox at his home.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot easier than his pocket.
Or I'll just do it on the set tomorrow. It'll be fine.
I mean, that'll be a lot harder because again, cameras everywhere.
I mean, is his home address a matter of public record?
You've gossiped all day. You know he's staying at a nice hotel with the other cast and crew. So you could slide it. If you can get into the hotel, you could slide it under his door.
I guess I'm not going to wear the ninja.
Or we could just leave it at the front desk. I mean, at that point, there was a message left for you, sir. At that point, it's down to fake mustache levels of disguise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I can use the ninja suit some other day.
I mean, you could dress as something that's not a ninja. You could still dress up as something to deliver the letter.
Yeah, but
a postman.
I really wanted to use this one.
Well,
I mean,
it's your choice.
A ninja had this letter for you, sir.
You could also try and sneak it into his car. You could try and the ninja could lower his window a little bit and slide it through there.
You could do that. Ninja with Slim Jim?
Ninja with Slim Jim, yes. Ninja Slim Jim. All right.
Slim Ninja.
Slim Jinja.
Yes. All right. So
Slim
when you make this roll to, go ahead and give me this roll for a ninja.
Yep.
Okay. So you get in your ninja outfit and you feel very stealthy, and you definitely have a Slim Jim tool. Ninjas are basically car thieves, right? And so
they're just masters in the art of not being seen.
Yeah, all three of you need to give me nose checks to figure out if you can spot Max getting out of his car.
They are, since the car ninja lock popping.
Made that.
You did make that?
38 out of 40.
All right.
4 out of 30.
Yeah.
Fail.
Okay, well, 2 of you succeeded, so that's as long as 1 of you succeeded, that would have been enough. So you see Max get out of his car and go to the hotel. There's several other people. There's like 3 or 4 3 cars pull up at the same time. There are other members that like what they would call the above the line crew part of the crew.
So, by the way, this letter, how did we address the outside of it? More crazy cutout? Maximilian?
Well, obviously, yeah. I would assume it would be Maximilian Inslee. So go ahead and give me another check to sneak up and put the letter in his car without him noticing.
Well, it's an 8E or 80, so I'm going to flip it to an odd 8.
Okay. So you sneak it in there. You get out. You've delivered the letter.
Do sooner, do better.
And now let's go back to the hotel, and I can go back to my nighttime crocheting and murder, she wrote.
All right. So hours later, the burner phone calls. Rings.
Nate, would you care to voice change on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Burn a minor
Sure.
through voice disguise.
Yep.
That's actually a good idea, though. Watch a bunch of clips of things that Dolores has been in. That way we can...
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
So, 15 will make it happen.
All right.
Maximilian,
You actually sound like
you were born to be hard.
okay. Well, you sound whoever you want to sound like.
No. I wouldn't do that because you would want to sound like.
I assumed it would be more like Hans Gruber. From Die Hard 1.
Yeah.
But you choose the movie villain of your choice.
No, that's fine.
All right.
Just like
so
Bane came to mind.
Yeah, Bane would be a good choice too. So what do you want?
We've just figured out what you're up to, and
you can't stop me.
Don't really intend to. Look at it this way: if we intended to stop you, why would we have twigged you to our presence?
Okay, yeah, that tracks. But you want something.
Yeah, I mean, we want in.
You want in, okay.
It's easy to figure out, right? Everybody knows how majors work. You get one at a time, and you have to use it.
Yeah.
You're easily preparing 3 different ones. You're playing the spread. That makes good sense. But that means you have 2 that you don't need.
Okay.
So
if we make the first one happen for you,
okay,
we make the second one happen for us.
Okay. One person will need to roll connect or some identity to get them to trust you on some basic level.
Who's still good at that? Okay.
25 out of 38.
All right. So you succeed. He says, okay. Assuming I believe you, we need to, this is a delicate thing. You can't use. Were you the ones who did something in the bar today?
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, look, I placed certain protections, certain things up to make sure that this area, it's like that area in where they ban all radio signals, so like people who are sensitive to that stuff can live in peace. Mm-hmm. This is kind of like that, but for the bullshit that we do. We can't have any of that bullshit because that'll interfere. That's why it's taken so long. That's why I'm trying to run 3 things, because just to get one of them is going to be hard. So if you think you can get me 2 or all 3 of them, yeah, I'll give you 1. That's mathematically fine. But you need to give me 1 first.
Right.
Then,
I mean, you put all the investment in.
Yeah.
That's why we said we get you yours, then you help us get ours out of it.
Okay.
You get the cream, we get the 2%.
Okay. So if you've been around and if you're able to do this, I'm going to need a name. I'm going to need a name of your little group so I can there's that phrase, trust but verify.
Sure.
So I need to verify. So what do you call yourselves?
The Ska Band.
Okay. Let me do some asking around. I'll get back to you. But if you're, So he hangs up.
Let's save the threats for later.
Yeah.
Well, and We do hope you enjoyed our letter. We hope that it's...
He already hung up, so...
Okay.
Oh, come on.
He's a busy man.
It's a tense negotiation scene. You can't have a pleasantries like that in this.
Someone needs to get him those pictures of Spider-Man.
Haven't you seen Proof of Life? You're lucky you didn't get off with a death threat or two.
I know. The threat was supposed to come before the abrupt hang-up.
Well, it already happened. So...
Sequel look.
He comes back an hour later. All right, you don't have to cast again to keep up the voice. And he says, look, all right, so I get it. You think you can, this is going to help you with your little treasure hunt. All right?
Now we're known to each other.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right. I'm not interested in the treasure, although I think it's tempting, I'm not going to lie, but I don't need it.
I mean, if we get a little closer and you maybe wanted to come along and get that, sweet, sweet reveal scene, we can deal with that later.
Yeah.
That's a second deal. That doesn't have to be part of this.
Okay. We're going to need to meet in person. There's a place I know. Nobody's going to bother us, and it's going to be anything you say there, it's like a void. Nobody pays attention to whatever anybody says in there.
I have a few demands for this scene.
Yeah.
It must be a diner.
What's the scene? This is real. No, you can't break the fourth wall like that.
Right.
It's the first thing. You can't say scene.
It's not a scene. I'm just talking about the scene.
You brought up scenes.
Who brought up scenes?
It's the Waffle House. Meet me at the Waffle House at 3 a.m.
All right.
Okay.
So.
What time is it now?
Oh, can I ask you one off-the-wall question?
What?
What do you know about Longhorse?
Have you seen it?
No, just a lot of people asking that question.
I have theories about it.
Okay, can we talk about that over a waffle?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Long, rambly theories.
All right. So, you guys can talk among what your strategy is. So.
What is our strategy? I mean,
honestly, I had just figured...
Oh, yeah, your main problem is how are you going to convince them you can actually do any of those, or at least 2 of them, without using magic?
One's the rom-com, one was the coming of age, and the other was the monster.
If there is anything...
those 2 were the same.
Oh, that was... Oh,
if there is anything that I know that I can do without magic, it is the fact that I can bring 2 lesbians together. I've already demonstrated quite the ability to do that. And that doesn't really involve magic. All that involves is the right tuxedos.
I mean, it's a kind of magic. Don't sell yourself short, Cici.
Well, it's a kind of magic, but without the K.
There you go. It's more like 11 spoonful do you believe in kind of magic.
Exactly.
I might be able to talk to the kid.
Yeah.
Get him to...
So
give him to come into his own.
Yeah, I think that's a couple of pretty strong angles there. So we'll just have to actually remember what the third thing was and maybe try to address that.
Well, if the little boy overcomes his fear, what are the 3 plot angles that he's working again?
Yeah, we can only bring 2 to mind.
The spider monster, the rom-com, and what was
Dolores is a burnout, and she's clearly this is the big city slicker who's burned out on life, coming to a small town, small Midwestern America, and rediscovering their love of life.
It's the Doc Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or city slickers, Okay,
kind of. So I think I can help with the rom-com.
It depends on what angle you want to go for. Yeah.
Right.
Because if there's anything that we know about 2 lesbians in love, it's that they do need the gay best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make that happen without using any of my Vestomancer powers.
Mm-hmm.
But a little bit of magic. I think that kind of similar, we can schmooze our way up to this Dolores.
Yeah.
That would be something that would be right up Glenn's angle, too.
Actually, I think Glenn was already saying he felt pretty comfortable with the kid, and that seems like a good angle for him. Now, I actually might be able to approach Dolores the best as a seasoned documentarian, just try to build up her belief in herself, talk about, the nobility of the character actor and how, Netflix is all over these kind of things.
I'll give you a content creator role.
Okay.
You're on to something.
I figured it was close. Yeah. Crit fail.
Okay. You can't not know things so bad it blows up your head. So,
you can have bad ideas, but I'm not going to spontaneously cease to have my mediocre idea in place of a worse one.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Is 6 feet enough for a muffler?
Oh, we're back on knitting. Sorry.
I've literally been knitting this scarf the entire time we've been talking.
I know. It just sort of blends into the background. It's kind of marvelous like that.
All right. So 3 a.m. rolls
Should I go
around.
tassel or non? Which one does he look like, a tassel man or a non-tassel man?
Who?
The gentleman we're going to meet tonight, Maximilian?
Okay, you're gifting him a scarf. Okay.
What else do you give to seal a peace offering? I'm not going to make the man a pair of pants right now. I don't know him well enough to give him the
language of flowers.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there like some language of haberdashery that you've forgotten to clue us in on? Because
look, there are some things. There are some things that are just done.
I figured actually it would be a bow tie because, a 4 in hand sounds like an agreement to me.
Well, yes, but on the other hand,
600 live ants. 700 ants, too many. 500 ants, not enough. 600, just the right number of ants. Only 66 cents. Sorry.
That is a perfect non sequitur.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. 99% sale. So you all continue this debate.
Okay.
And
all the way to Waffle House.
All the way to Waffle House.
Good way to look a neighbor.
Do you look out into the empty field near the Waffle House?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Why not?
Give me notice checks.
Yes, I see it.
That's a nope.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Two of you think you see something past the field. There are some woods
And fog.
and you think you see like something reflect, like an eye reflect in there. Can you walk into the field to get a better look?
Glenn?
I will. Yeah.
Or Nate? Can I borrow those field glasses that you always keep with you, the night vision ones?
Do you have night vision? You're a podcaster. Why would you have night vision?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
No, that was Ben.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Ben had that.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in hiding. Remember, he's in hiding.
he was so tactical.
He was so tactical. Tactical. All right. You're getting closer?
I will.
All right. You are as well?
Yeah.
Are you following them?
No.
Okay.
Keep to the mission parameters.
All right. You head in there. You hear a slight neighing, like of a horse in the distance. You have your cell phone, so you have a tiny little light, but you don't have much else.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll get what light I can.
All right, give me another notice check.
I see nothing.
Okay.
Success.
All right. You think you see something move in the trees?
Hello? Hello? I keep approaching.
All right, you keep approaching. Give me one more notice check.
It's me.
That's a fail.
Okay. You lose track of it. For a second, you thought you almost saw a horse looking at you, but then nothing.
Okay.
just the head.
I'm gonna go where I think it was and look for tracks.
There are none.
None.
Almost like it had a really long neck away from its body.
Yeah.
Oh well, where are we going?
So, you come in there.
Get in the robot, Shinji. It's a horse with a really long neck.
So you get there. Maximilian's already there. He has one. There is a large woman sitting next to him. She is wearing a leather duster. She clearly, you can see the outlines of a holster under her arms.
Not Dolores. This is just his.
Well, there's Dolores and there is this woman.
Okay.
So she clearly looks like some kind of bodyguard or something. She has several tattoos on her arms.
What do you do when the exterminator is late? What?
He's got an aesthetic.
Okay. Don't worry about her. She's just, meeting strange people at a strange time.
The time was your suggestion, but good call on us. We are kind of strange.
Yeah. So, I heard about you. Heard some things. I don't want to repeat them, but it's clear that you're...
I appreciate that.
You're after the treasure. And there's there's some eyes on you. Really interesting.
Are they the eyes of Texas? Because I've heard to watch out for those.
No. There's some people who want to, get you.
Can you be more specific?
Probably take whatever you have and kill you, am I guessing. But...
that's just capitalism, right?
It's a treasure. It's worth a lot. But I'm doing my own thing. And if you can help me with that, I'll gladly deal with you. So
let's talk about what we can do.
Yeah.
And completely unrelated to anything, just a token of our affection. So...
come on. Give me some respect. I'm not taking a gift unasked from you. Especially something you clearly made yourself.
Are you saying that you think I'm some kind of fairy?
No, I'm saying that I can tell, especially now, what the kind of mojo that you do is, and I'm not taking that into my possession.
I feel like maybe you were being naive if you thought that was going some other way.
Look,
sometimes a scarf is just a scarf.
Well, I can't tell. It's not my thing, and I just can't take
your magic circle of knowing if it's a thing.
Yeah, I can't know, and I can't take risks, especially I've gone this far. So
clearly.
So what do you think? So yeah, you clearly, I recognize you from today at the bar. I think
first off, just kind of want to apologize for that. Prior to that, we didn't fully know what was going on, and we don't just go around trying to upset other people's apple carts. So there was no, malfeasance.
That's not what I heard, but yeah.
Well, okay, we don't go around intentionally trying to upset people's apple carts.
All right. Well, I'm not. Clearly, I didn't set off whatever asshole level that you guys.
No, that's pretty true.
Yeah.
It exists, but you don't seem like that kind of guy.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. I will take that under advisement. So, you came to me. You're talking. We're negotiating in open ground, neutral ground. So we're fine on that. I forgive you for that. And I have no umbrage for what you have done. And I assume you know about the 3 schemes I'm working on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can help with the one in the bar.
The true love? Or romantic comedy, I guess? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You managed to step right into my other aesthetic, the one that does not involve me putting clothes on people.
Okay, great.
I mean, it still involves putting clothes on people, but just in the normal way, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, okay, when I am not doing the Vestomancy, which I'm just going to put that right out on the table to my Cinemancer friend, and you and I should go hand in hand. Our magics actually complement each other in the best way possible.
Lawfuls show up.
Unbidden.
I already ordered for you. I assumed you'd been here before. I asked. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. It is the same as last time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not poisoned.
Do you want me to take a bite? I'll do it.
It's cool.
We can do the whole Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Which, and I have to say, you do know that Vizzini proved handily that he was not actually as smart as he thought he was, because Wesley did actually give him an out in the way that he proposed the wager.
Yeah.
He said, it's over when you decide where the poison is and we both drink. He never once said they had to drink from the glass. Had Vizzini drunk from the bottle, he would have lived.
That's a good point. I like you. But I'm still not taking the scarf. But anyway. All right. So, yeah. So you think you can talk Tanya and Lisa?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Now, I just have to ask, did you actually cast lesbians as your lesbians?
Lisa's bisexual, so, but...
Oh, that still works.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you what I do in my normal life. I am a wedding planner / boutique owner, and I can't tell you how many times I have managed to take two ladies who were having second thoughts and doubts, and I let them see how much they truly did love each other. By just talking with them, helping them to feel that connection with one another.
Okay.
And I can do that just as organically on a movie set as I can inside my wedding boutique.
Okay.
I don't have to be fitting them for a tux for them to realize how much they actually want to say that I do.
Okay. I'll take that. Okay. That's good. But yeah, well, I need to know, like, so yeah, you know about that. Yeah, what about the kid? I don't know. How much do you know about that?
Glenn?
Well, for once in quite a long time, I'll be able to lean heavily on my past career. I used to make a living hearing people's thoughts, their fears, and convincing them to find the faith within themselves. And
oh, okay, yeah. But you're okay.
And Glenn is very good at helping people find their inner strength.
Okay. You're not sober, are you?
Not as such.
Is that your thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Hence my break, but...
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I get it. Problem with...
You find strength where you can get it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no. I've been in Hollywood. Trust me, I know. Problem is,
not cocaine.
Parents are going to be an issue with that. They're not going to let a drunk adult near their kid. So...
I don't have to be Blitz.
I don't know. Has he ever been in Boy Scouts? Hey-o!
Right.
So here's our stopgap.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be absolutely...
How are the parents holding up? Because I've seen some pretty broken homes.
But when he's at, say, just a little verschnicket,
Yeah.
He is far more functional than when he is stone cold sober. But there is a way that we can actually make it to where he's the happy medium.
We didn't have a talk about the barn because you wouldn't listen because we were in a legitimate hurry.
Okay, look.
I'm just suggesting you switch the peppermint so that your breath smells more like candy than booze.
All right, I can introduce you to an expert, but you really have to at least look sober and like.
Fortunately, that's why we keep a tailor around.
Okay, I mean, like
I'll shave.
Yeah, with it. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
it cleans up extremely well.
Okay, and then the third thing, I don't. Yeah. You can't let Dolores know that she's one of the things. Like she thinks
she's not there.
No, she's one of the. I'm trying to get her to like.
She's not at the meeting.
No. The bodyguard is a different woman.
It's him and the bodyguard only.
Yeah, the bodyguard, you don't know her name.
Sure. But he said it a minute ago. But
actually, he didn't.
Yeah.
You're right. Pointedly did not. He said, "This is my friend because I'm meeting strange people."
Yeah.
Okay. I got confused with the lesbians.
Yeah. Dolores knows about the other two, but she doesn't realize she's the third one. She thinks, but I'm trying to get her, like, she's just, God, she's doing better. She's been improving, but God, I really need her to just fucking, like, rediscover life and not be so fucking depressive and not drink and, like, be a happy person, like, and she is, So I don't know if I should, like, she needs to find someone. I don't think she's gonna. That's probably she's gonna be training her for that. Like, she needs to find something that's gonna, like, give her a new purpose in life.
I mean, here's a pitch.
Okay.
So maybe not so much a new purpose as just rediscovering where she's already been. When I'm wearing my daytime hat, I'm a bit of a documentarian, more in the audio than visual field, but nonetheless. And, like, we've been reviewing, actually, by streaming a lot of her work tonight. And I sort of wonder if someone, like, character acting's got to be hard, right? Like, you're a integral part of so many productions, but you never really get any love for it. But it's the age of documentary for everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Lionizer. Yeah. Okay.
She's certainly got the cred for it.
Yeah. That might do it. Yeah, that's going to be a little trickier though, because you'll need to get, like, she'll need some, like, external results to validate her. She's, so, like,
well, I'm a podcaster, so
yeah, but you're not like, I haven't heard of you, so you're not like a big podcaster. Don't be offended, but, like, you're not serial. Yeah, I mean, so if you can get a big podcaster to do it, or like a big, if you do something that gets an award or a nomination really quickly, some sort of critical acclaim, that would probably do it. But you need something big that's going to, like, make her like, my life isn't shit, because it was worth all the heartache and things I gave up to be forensic examiner asshole lady for a bunch of TV shows that, all blend together. So yeah, do that. I can give you a couple of names of a couple different, like, podcasters or producers who could probably make that happen if you can convince them.
Yeah, if you can help me get an in, I can work with somebody and, do the field work.
Yeah, do the field work first.
Yeah,
that'll
I suppose you can get in touch with some of the people she may have worked with on those shows. Get some interview accounts.
Yeah, that's sort of things you do.
I'm just spitballing here, but wouldn't it be great if we knew a young, up-and-coming content creator who recently went viral on a thing, who could boost signal by dropping a couple of names and putting the link and saying, listen to this tight podcast. It is so Yeezy.
Yeezys are really a thing.
Isn't Yeezy a thing?
They're shoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeet. You were looking for Yeet.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. Goddamn baller. So yeah. If you can make her famous, make her critical, like, people love her. I think something though related to, like, her moving here to the Midwest is going to be good for her. Like, some reason for her to, like, give up the big city life and start living wholesome flyover country, kind of thing. So, like, get something for her to make a big life change too, or either one, maybe that would work too. A big life change, yeah, because it's really so either her validated or her making a major life change.
Okay.
So
good to have two angles.
Yeah.
Find a thing here that she likes, and
all right. So I'll give you guys all assistant director jobs now, so you can move around the set and do whatever you want. But yeah, obviously don't fuck me over. If you do something big, let me know. Because if you fuck me over, I'll fuck you over, because I know about
this is kind of,
there are people who are looking for you and I obviously have no interest in helping them right now unless you fuck me over. So he's threatening you, but let's see what that is.
Isolation.
Mutual assured destruction is what it sounds like, because he's only going to try to destroy us if we accidentally destroy him.
What's everybody's helplessness at?
Mine's
3.
2.
Yeah, I'd say that's just a 2. So,
Neat.
yeah, it's not. It's there, but it's not like he's not putting a lot of emphasis on it. But you do know that, yeah, you do certainly have enemies now. The remnants of the Friends of the PSA.
That's reasonable.
Oh, those things.
Pirate Ship Adventure Party Bounce House. It's very big too.
Is that what's going
There's our primary.
yeah.
What? The previous one was a hot dog cart. So
I want the bounty house.
I want it's only $17.90, but
I want the bouncy Proud Mary.
anyways, this is certainly the most appropriate website for this game. So he will give you access to the site, so you just have to do these things. And the rules are you cannot use magic on the direct people, the ones who are going to generate the charge. So if you use it to gain information about them or people that can help them.
So, for instance, for whichever one of the ladies is less inclined, you could just steal 3 of her socks and be her for a little bit and figure out how best to appeal to her.
Yeah, that would work.
Right. If I could steal some of her clothes, put some of her clothes on in the hotel room, and have you guys interrogate her and find out what a girl wants, what a girl needs.
So, yeah, I'll just...
Other Christina Aguilera things.
Yeah. So, yeah, you could do that. And...
I'll dress up as the guy from inside the actor's studio and ask her 10 questions. No, wait, that'd be for
that Dolores. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
You get her inside the extra studios, that would definitely work. You can totally use magic.
Yes. Gotta make this happen.
Oh, no.
That definitely would work. And then for the kid, it's going to be more than a skill check to pep talk him into happiness. You can give me a pastor contact just to know like how you would in general build a kid up to that kind of thing.
My inclination was to talk to him, figure out why he's afraid, and go from there. That's a fail.
Oh, mostly because I just want to hear Ross's James Lipton.
Yeah, James Lipton. That's it. That's his name. Yeah. You can get James Lipton to do it. You could totally.
I should remember that because Mike Nelson done him a couple of times on MST3K.
Can you flip it?
It was a 98.
Okay, well, I will say for free. Well, I'll say for free. You do know that it's not going to be one thing you do. This is going to be a minor goal, which means you have to do a series of things, and everything you do will add 1d10 or 2d10 points to your goal. And then whenever you want to, you just roll that goal to see if you succeed or not.
Okay.
And if you fail, then you have to start all over.
Sure.
So you could do a series of skill checks to raise them up by just doing little exercises and therapeutic things. You could use more stringent exposure therapy, i.e. he's scared of spiders, so put some tarantulas on him and force him to deal with his fear.
I want to hold his trust for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Start with
before I break him.
Well, start with fiddler crabs.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can go pretty hard, and that will get him to deal with the spiders, but you're going to have to make self checks for being such an asshole.
Yeah.
So that's up to you. There are multiple ways of dealing with this, but because you failed to do skill check, you just know in general you'll have to do multiple things to build up a thing. I will say you start. Yeah, actually, you could just do it with a 20. I'll say you start with 20%. There's already been some work done on it. So you start with 20%.
Go on, start working on the kid. Working on it real good.
Yeah, the love is not going to be as bad. You just have to figure out what is blocking the relationship. Why aren't they falling in love yet? And then deal with that. And then for her, you either need to have her make a major life change, or
my plan.
You're gonna get her on the inside the actor studio.
Well, hey,
or at least something like it.
Okay.
All we really need is James Lipton.
Okay.
He's 92. It can't be that hard.
He's powered by the souls of the damned, so he will live quite a long time. He's still making episodes.
Actually, he's stepping down.
Oh, okay.
It's the end of an era.
For the purposes of this game, he's still doing that shit because he is.
clearly
a lich.
Yeah.
So
Lichten?
yeah, Lichten. Hey.
Oh man, if we ever run a fantasy game again.
Yep.
Yes.
Clearly, there needs to be James Lichten, just interrogating
Inside the Arcanist studio.
Yeah.
Oh.
What will you say to your maker when you show up at the pearly gates after I kill you just now? Like, what are you going to say in like 2 minutes? Like that's because that's how we act.
Yeah.
Because he's a lich. Anyways, it's the whole thing. Think about it.
Hey, not all liches are evil.
I know, but James Lichten is because
But he's like
He's
affable evil.
Yeah,
that's his line.
he interviews you before he kills you.
Yeah,
That's his whole deal. His whole shtick.
But if you interview extremely well,
He wants his interview to be
He makes all his victims immortal after a fashion.
he wants his interviews to be exclusive.
Yeah.
So if you're dead, you can't be interviewed. So it's exclusive.
So, okay, in a fantasy world, who is the young Bradley Cooper sitting in the audience?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, no, it's obvious.
Bradley Cooper with elf ears?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, you're working way too hard at it.
Okay.
It's an awakened raccoon.
Yeah.
it's an awakened.
Yeah. I like it. So I kind of want to play that Dungeon World game.
I know, right?
So...
Next Halloween.
Did we just figure out a way to do a fantasy clip show?
I think we did. We kind of need to do that. Out of character, do you guys have much longer? You have things to do, so this would be a good breaking point.
It really would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to kind of you don't really have time to tackle any one of them.
Right.
You're going to need a full session to kind of deal
But
this.
now we've got some solid planning.
Yeah. You know which 3 things you have to do.
Yeah, and
to be honest, you only technically need to do one of them. You could still betray him at the last second. If you flip this, if you literally flip the script, you do the first one. I know.
It's going so well.
I know. You don't have.
Once we're actually being nice to the fellow community.
I'm just pointing out that the evil option exists. You don't have to do it.
I mean, we got along with a young content creator to start off with.
I know. You could still do the right thing because then he'll be an ally in the future. But yeah.
And it's as opposed to having yet another person that's gunning for our asses.
Yeah. You could do all 3. As you agreed to do. So,
well, we said that we would.
If we get as far as 2,
we get the first one, he gets the second one, and if we manage to get it to where all 3 of them fall into line, that means
gives the last one to James.
Oh, actually, no. That's actually. Well, hold on. He wants you to do all 3, and you get the third one. If you want to negotiate,
no. He said he gets the first. Okay. We'll get the second. That's what his negotiation was.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. And if we pull off the third, it's gravy.
If we pull off the third, it's gravy. He said he's setting up all 3 because all 3 of them have.
Yeah, but there's no profit motive for him to do it unless he gets some kind of profit from it.
He gets a fucking major charge.
All right,
faster.
He gets a major charge.
Someone give me a connect roll. Someone give me a connect roll, and I'll.
This is fundamentally a business thing. So, David, would you be so kind?
We're practically doing a job for him. Yes, he flipped
and
the
I am going to flip that one.
Okay, so you succeed. All right, so yeah. To confirm, please enter. I am an adult child and I love to bounce around.
Yes. Enter it, Ross. Enter it.
No, too late. Someone's already bought it. There are thousands of people looking at this.
Bounce up and bounce down.
Yeah.
We could have had a pirate.
I don't have time to type that in. Someone else has already bought it. I've been here. Yeah, I've tried to buy them the second they come available. They disappear instantly because there's only one that they're selling, and the entire world is watching this. But anyway,
phones are great for
question, comments, questions. You guys have fun with this session?
Yeah, it was fun.
And again, I got to say, I think it was kind of refreshing to play the nice guys for a change, as opposed to all right, that's it.
I don't
hurt my friend burn down the town.
Something maybe.
Oh wow! The next one is an Emperor workstation, so you can just be in your fucking up style little chair.
Nice.
Yeah.
That looks disturbingly like it was created by H.R. Giger.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Okay, that's.
I was thinking up, or not up. What's the one with the robot? Wally. Yeah. The future humans.
No Los Dos.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Overwhelm your senses. Alienate your family. What? You've been in this chair your entire life. So, anyways, thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you guys next time.